Hey, everybody. Welcome to the game. The Great American Experience happens once again. I'm the Wizard of Oz, and this is not my show. This is your show. So let's let the links navigate, notifications go out, and let's see here. I've got to run outside real quick and bring in the puppies, so I'll be right back. While we're waiting for everybody to come in, I'll be right here. Hey, I'm back. All right. Yeah. What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome in. Grab a link. Come on in. Hot cocoa is on the stove. Come on in. Oh, let me get this light here. That'll help a little bit here. Oh, yeah. Goodness gracious. Welcome in. How you doing? Grab a link. Come on up. Let's start this party. I'll get the fire in the bowl here in a minute. Yep. Hold on. Come on up. Hell yeah. Come on. Don't be shy. I see you sitting out there. Yes, I see you. Come on up. Say something, Chad, at least. Good Lord. Oh, man, it's getting cold outside. It's getting down to 17 tonight. So yeah, but it's gonna be back up tomorrow into the 40s. Yep. Supposed to be up 42, then 57 on Tuesday, and 52 on Wednesday, 54 on Friday, 44 on Thursday though. But yeah, we're looking at upper 40s and 50s for the rest of the forecast as far as they got in there. So getting to get nice and spring is here. little bit early. What do they know about that damn? Something in chat. Yeah, yeah. Did you have somebody messing with your dogs? Holy cow. Hey, battery. Oh, oh, good deal. Oh, shit. Your neighbor's dog's getting messed with? Oh, damn. What's up, battery? The shed builder.
Yeah. I'm still working outside, but I'm making some food right now.
Looks like you're working in the kitchen.
Yeah, for the moment, I'm trying to make some food.
There you go. I got the hot water on for some hot cocoa. I got water on the stove heating up for hot cocoa. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Why do you keep repeating?
Huh?
I keep hearing everything repeating. There. Jeez. I'm trying to change the camera and it's getting everything repeating. There we go.
Now I know who they are, right?
Or who is?
Uh, Don.
Oh, you should come on.
Nightingale. Hey, how you doing? You're drinking. Oh my lord, here we go. You gotta come up on the screen. Yep. You gotta come up on the panel here and
I don't
fire in the bowl with us. Get some fire in the bowl. Yeah. While we wait for everybody to come in. Yeah, come on up.
I wouldn't.
Hey, Shadow Man, how you doing? Good deal.
I wouldn't just want to eat.
Glad you're here, buddy. Oh man.
Tired?
No,
Oh shit!
I was able to get outside and do a bunch of stuff today, though. Wasn't a whole lot I could do because everything's still covered in snow. But it's melting. Yeah, it's getting there.
My parents called today. Said the snow has finally melted.
Yeah, we're looking at like 40s and 50s in the next few days. So,
Well, that's not bad.
right. It may still get below freezing at night, but it's, yeah, it's going to be just a touch. So, next week, couple weeks, it says 40s and 50s for the next couple weeks. No more of this fucking high 26 bullshit. Yeah. Fire in the bowl. Fuego in the boilo. Brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms.
They all need me for what?
Man. What you doing, Prince? What you doing? Oh, come here. Oh, come here. Come here, you big baby. You big baby. Come here. Oh, 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 no, you don't want to come up here, do you? Oh, you don't have to come all the way. See, this big old puppy, he's just getting too big to put on my
Yeah,
lap.
that's a big puppy. Makes you look small.
He's getting so big, he don't want to get picked up no more. Oh, I just a big baby. Yeah. Oh, I got so much. Oh. You sit on your stupid head. What's this? Come here, baby girl. You gotta come here. You wanna come here? Oh, oh, look at on my lap. You still get on my lap. Oh, oh, little big princess. Yeah. She's a big old girl. She gets big too. Yes, yeah. Oh, what is that? What is that? Yeah, I found out what it was they got the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a small deer because they went back down and grabbed the bones.
Bones.
Yeah, puppy pack killed a deer. Oh, what you doing? Do I get some kisses? Do I get kisses? Oh, you just left out, huh? You didn't want to get up here. Oh, oh. You just hear him. He's kind of like whining under the breath. Yeah, I hear you.
We could do that.
It's so cute. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, too well. It's good egg.
Yeah.
So,
They pack hunted a deer. Yep. Those young dogs, yeah. They pack hunted a deer. Got it. They came back with blood face yesterday. I was wondering what happened and how I was worried it was their faces that were they've been fighting or something. Nope. They Came back with the bones today.
Heating it up.
Oh yeah. What are you scared of, Shadow? They are super soft, Nightingale. They are super soft. They're just so big and fuzzy. Elvis, they don't pack up people. Now they're not going to pack hunt the neighbors. Good
Now you
grief.
deliver.
Right?
If we could just train dogs to pack hunt liberals.
Right? Oh, you can tell. Elvis is not hard. I mean, they won't even hurt the livestock, but they'll go hunting in the woods for wildlife. Wildlife.
Dogs know they're not supposed to hunt the livestock. Yes, they
Right.
should. My grandfather's dog didn't know that, and she convinced my uncle's dog to help her kill the pig. Oh, he was not happy. My uncle.
Oh yeah, I bet. I bet.
That was a 500-pound pig.
Oh wow.
Maybe a 10-pound dog. Got the mid-sized dog to help her out.
Damn. That's crazy. What are you doing? What you doing?
Her name was Peanut.
Oh, by the name of Peanut, huh? Ooh, my water's ready for the. Oh yeah. This is gonna be.
Man, the cheese does not stick to this pan.
Oh yeah.
Can't believe it. Can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, I tell you.
Those dogs. Man, this is a nice treat.
Big what?
The deer is a really nice treat.
Yeah, I guess it was. They enjoyed the hell out of it.
Stupid animal. Oh, find out. Tea or Coke? I wish she wouldn't drink Coke. Try to be less white.
Yeah, you get these hot cocoa nights, man. It gets down below 20 degrees. I get to get me my hot cocoa. Oh, yeah. Hey, Jason. Hey, Zoom. How you doing?
Yeah, hi guys. Welcome in. Come on up.
Elvis, we've got damn near 90 acres out here. Ain't a foolish thing.
90 acres? Oh, you have more. Oh, still a good chunk.
Yeah. What's up, Jason? Hey, Raiders. Hey, Miriam, Dear Butch, Mako, Seabird.
Well,
Hey, Wild Bill. Welcome in. Holy cow. Grab a link. I'll put a link up
yeah.
here for you guys. How you doing? Doing good. Myself, got my hot cocoa. Kicking ass, taking names.
My shed project, I'm about $700 into it.
What's that?
My shed.
Hmm.
That's because I
What?
can't find enough scrap wood.
Oh, right. Well, it'd
I'll be
cost you a
giving up
couple
the scrap.
grand if you had to buy everything, wouldn't it?
Huh?
It would probably
Oh yeah.
cost you more than a couple grand
Well,
if you had to buy everything.
it's 10 by 12, and it's the gable type.
Yeah.
So that would be about $8,000 to $10,000.
Right. Hey, Bill, come on up, buddy. Dear Butch, come on up. Miriam. Hey, Deb, how you doing? Good to see you. Holy cow. Thank you,
Hearing
Miriam.
about you, huh? Everybody's hearing about you.
About what?
About you being on.
Oh, yeah, I was running a little bit late tonight. My mother called, you
Good news.
know. Well, it's my mother. She's famous for being a travel agent. Yep, she'll put you on a guilt trip in no time flat.
My wife's sister's retired from that. She stayed single.
Oh, man.
Well, somewhere around 60 years old. She's never been married.
Smart woman, Deb says. Yeah. Oh, man.
Dated a little, but that's it.
Yeah, you have to love your mama.
Because I want to.
Well, it's the right thing to do. Mm.
And I had some bean with bacon soup the other day. I only ate half of it. And man, did it give me gas.
Right.
That was unusual. But my wife never knew.
Yeah. Hey, Bill, come on up, man. Ah, that's so good.
She's big.
Yeah. Deb Smoke Monkey? What? Hey, too legit. Do I? What's up? Hey, Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
So, what's on your mind?
Nothing. I just was prodded to come up here, so I'm here.
Hmm. All right. Did you watch any news today?
No, I don't. Uh, well, definitely not on the TV because I don't. I don't watch TV. But
Right.
no. I've actually been really busy all day.
Right.
Yeah.
Miriam says hi, Ghost.
Hi,
Evie.
Miriam.
Evie's in the chat. How you doing, Evie? It's
Hello.
Sunday night, so the ladies are supposed to be coming up here.
Hi, Nightingale.
Come on up, ladies.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they'd come up, wouldn't it?
Miriam, Nightingale, Dev, and Evie. Come on, ladies. We'll go ahead and leave if you come up here. You guys can have the floor and take over the show. I'll just sit in the background and let people in and out.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. No, man, we're just sitting around the table. We're just sitting around the shanty bar and putting a good buzz on. Fire in the boat.
Fueling
Huh?
up. I'm fueling up. Raise the sheets tonight.
Deb says maybe next time. Oh, they're all making excuses. Maybe in a bit. I'm not sure. And Deb says maybe next time. Oh my God. Hey, Rusty, what are you doing, bud?
So I
Not
put the
yet.
hottest. I put the hottest chili pepper in the world on a taco. The hottest chili sauce in the world.
You're a lady.
Really? How did that work out for you?
It too much came out of the bottle, and you know what? I ate it anyway.
You all right?
Huh? Yeah, it took me about an hour for the afterburn to get gone.
It's just getting started.
I know.
Man, tomorrow morning's going to be like, you better eat some ice cream.
Carolina Reaper sauce.
Yeah. I tell you what, that really, really hot stuff, man. You guys, I can't do it.
Well, I meant to do a little dab, not a freaking bottle full.
Oh, no.
But I couldn't throw perfectly good food away, so I went ahead and ate it.
Right?
Yeah.
I'd like siphon it off into another container and just, drip it out.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, my sinuses are clear.
I bet. I bet your circulation feels good.
Oh yeah, I was sweating, water coming out of my eyes, my nose, my sinuses were draining, everything. Carolina Reaper jerky.
Mako says the asbestos toilet paper may be required.
Yeah, I think it flushed any COVID that might have been around me, even around me. It flushed
Right? Yeah, well, you'll be flushing it tomorrow.
it.
Better take
Yeah,
a fire
but
extinguisher. Better take a
hey,
fire extinguisher.
yeah, we'll be
Yeah,
praying for a bidet.
Keep that water flowing.
Right, keep that water flowing. Everybody says lots of milk. But yeah, it'll cleanse your system out. Yep, yeah,
Eat some
definitely.
tomatoes. Tomatoes help.
I tell you, everybody at least has to have that experience at least once in their life.
What's
Just
that?
once in their life.
I've had my share.
A nice dose of Carolina Reaper.
Yeah,
They have
well,
at Red Robin. They have Reaper sauce. They have a new burger named Carolina Reaper sauce.
at one time I took the hot sauce from when I made hot wings, and I put it in a shot glass, and I I had my boys, my kids. They was like 17, 18 years old, and I was like, "So you think you're a hot shot, huh? Let me show you what a hot shot is." We had they had some of that coconut rum, the white bottle, white rose.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, and followed it up with a double shot of that. Just and they did. They sat down and did it.
so
They're awesome.
so it's decision process time. I think right now I cut out all the undergrowth around my fennel and everything because I got fennel growing like crazy.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
hold
there's
on.
a
Now. I thought, hey, Huckleberry, God bless you. There's my Huckleberry in chat. You guys, all the ladies are here. Need to get in here. Okay, but you cleaned out the fennel.
so I cut out all the old dry stalks, that were from last year. Uh,
Right.
because they come up, I cut them down just probably about 6 inches off the ground. I just cut them with nippers, and then I take and I shake all the seed clusters out in a bucket and save all the seeds, and I use those fennel seeds in pork. Anytime I cook
Right.
ground pork, oh yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I should have done it last fall, but nah, I just waited. I did it today, and I clipped all that out, and yeah, I did a little weeding. It was kind of nice. Everything looks neat as a pin now, and then so anyway, aside from that, I was got me into the thought processes about what kind of chili should I grow next year. I ain't growing no Carolina Reapers. I'm telling you that right now.
The habaneros, jalapenos,
Ghost pepper.
cayenne.
I did jalapenos last year. I'm
I like
thinking of
pickles.
something a little more utilitarian, Did I?
Jalapeno.
Huh?
Brussels
Jalapenos too.
sprouts. Ew.
Brussels sprouts. Those are good if you can cook them right.
Yeah, I guess so.
Brussels sprouts?
Really well.
Yeah, Deb says she's gonna do more Brussels sprouts this year.
Oh, I can't eat Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
No, they give me digestive disorders really bad.
My mother made Brussels sprouts for us all the time. It was delicious.
I
Having
love
that
it.
cast iron skillet. I think she's got a cast iron skillet for her left hand.
Brussels sprouts are so good, but I'll tell you what, man, the next day, it's just kind of like this Carolina Reaper. It's bad news.
It'll clear you out.
Oh, man, explosive.
Lots of fiber.
Well, go ahead and eat them. Eat them.
Bunch of little
They're great with butter and salt and pepper.
yeah.
Man, I'll tell you
Touch
what, the
vinegar.
next day, no, they give me digestive distress big time.
I left the light on. A little touch of vinegar too. Nice. Oops. Okay. Back outside.
Cabbage don't seem to
Hey,
do that.
how you doing, Don?
There we go.
What did he say in risky business?
Huh?
Looks like University of Illinois for me.
Oh, yeah. Right.
So, dude, I'm this close to growing, to having a space, a spot, a setup, a grow. I'm this close to dropping beans.
Oh,
So
wow.
the question then becomes, what are we growing? What are we growing this year? Legally, I'm limited to 6.
You're limited to 6?
Legally.
Right. Correct. Per person.
Yeah, good point. So 12.
Right.
Legally.
Now, you just need big pots.
Evening, Miriam. How are you? Yes. Huge pots. I'm going to start with 20 gallons.
Oh, yeah?
20.
Okay.
Well, start with 3s, and I'm going to transplant to 20 gallons. I've already got my first dozen set of 20-gallon fabric pots. Good evening, Nightingale. How are you?
You know what would be cool, Don?
I know a lot of things that would be cool. I do, yes.
Plant them in a 55-gallon drum.
How are you going to grow that?
Yeah, indoors.
Oh, I got you. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, how you gonna do that indoors? I could see half a 55-gallon drum. Just cut them in half.
Yeah. Cut
Is-
the drum in half.
Isn't half 20 gallons?
20,
Pretty
well, 27.
27, 20. Yeah, okay. Pretty close.
Yeah. Get your sawzall out and cut that freaking drum in half.
Dude,
There you
why?
go.
And see, there's the problem. It's because you don't want to grow in a 55-gallon drum. You don't. Ever.
Right.
Under any circumstances. You want to grow in a fabric pot. You want to grow in something that lets your dirt and roots breathe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But no, it's all, 55-gallon drum. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I just was throwing that out there. I was just,
It's okay. That's why you keep me on staff. That's okay, Bill. That's why you keep me around.
Right. But yeah,
It looks like Sawzall Bill to the rescue.
well,
Sawzall
me and
Battery.
my
I'm sorry. Sawzall Battery to the rescue. My apologies.
yeah, there you go. But my idea is building wooden boxes.
yeah.
I'm looking at building wooden boxes for that.
Yeah.
Well, raised plant bed is a good idea. But again, I'll go back to
Indoors.
the cloth pot. Okay. The cloth
Right.
pot is a great invention because it allows your roots to grow and breathe.
Right.
It cuts your roots. It's an automatic root pruner, and it'll curve your roots back in and give you a bigger root ball. Go ahead.
So would it be cost effective to do it in burlap bags?
It would. It would. Yes, sir, it would.
Okay, I got a ton of them I got for free.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Go down to the coffee roaster place, and they give me all I want. I've got tons of burlap bags.
Well,
And
there you go.
I'm crazy. I just use them for all kinds of crazy stuff. So
I got to pay attention to chat for a second. Hello, Huck. How are you? Good evening. Just an idea. I got to roll back to see what that idea was. Garbage can. It's not porous. The idea here in planting is porous. Nightingale, how are you, ma'am? I'm sure I said something. Miriam, I'm sure I also said something back then. The idea is porous. The walls should be porous.
So the soil can breathe.
So the soil can breathe and the roots can prune themselves.
My walls are porous.
what do the roots do? They just kind of the roots just kind of poke out or something of the gunny sack or what?
So if a root hits a wall of, say, wood, let's just say you got a raised bed and roots go laterally, so horizontal. So the root hits the wall, the root stops growing. Okay. Why? Because the root has no more direction to go in that direction. But if the root hits a porous material, then the root hits air, and the root then begins to self-prune and roll back up into itself and push back towards the center and then loop around. And you get these massive root balls where these roots continue to grow and live and thrive and get longer because the air pruned the air of the porous material pruned the root. Whereas if you run a wall or a concrete or wood or something like that, the root just goes and stops. That's it. It stops right there.
That is super cool. What an idea.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
I've been doing that.
The porous material allows the root to wrap up into itself and get so much bigger.
So how about the idea of you've seen those like egg crates?
I have.
And you put the gunny sack in the egg crate, fill it full of dirt, and let it do its thing.
You know what? Let me show you one of the 3-gallon fiber or fabric pots that I use.
Okay.
And then from that, you will be able to literally build your own pot. Let me show you. Stand by.
Yeah, I've actually done videos on that.
Have you? You know, if you do it the right size, you could move those little suckers around with a dolly.
Right.
I used Walmart, those reusable bags from Walmart, and put a little hole in the bottom and a net cup. And that net cup set in the water, and they watered themselves.
Yep.
And they did better too, so their roots were very healthy.
See, I keep all my gunny sacks inside a gunny sack.
Right.
I just pack the gunny sack full of gunny sacks. That's what I do.
Hey, that way you ain't even got to tell.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got several gunny sacks full of gunny sacks.
You can fill those with soil and you can build walls with it.
Oh yeah.
People that buy that stuff in long tubes, and they seal off one end and just pack it full of dirt and keep filling the dirt as they go.
See, here's one of them. Yeah, it's it's full of coffee beans. I go to this coffee place and get all the damn.
Yeah, you can grow food in that too.
They throw them in the garbage.
Just like Don said.
Yep. And it's all natural material.
Yep.
Oh, dude, you should start grabbing them and then start selling them on eBay.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody else getting that idea, though. I'm not going to do that.
Well, if more people have the idea, they won't be coming to your door for food.
I don't care about that. I like the idea of doing the crates, the wooden crates, make them out of pallets or something like that. That pallet wood from the smaller pallets, and you just freaking make a little crate that's about the size of that gunny sack, and you can have your little plant thing there.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe even double bag it.
Just a frame box.
Yeah.
I just saw a video. A guy says, if you have a nice rugged box, cardboard box, you have a plant box. You just fill it with dirt.
Yeah, but it falls apart.
It will, but it'll hold its shape for a long time.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I wonder if the roots would start poking out through the box eventually.
Well,
No, like you said, they hit air and then they curl back on themselves rather than stop them growing.
Because those produce boxes that you find back behind the grocery store.
Yeah.
That have apples or whatever.
Material.
Just regular cardboard.
You can use cardboard, the same cardboard you put plants in. You can put it on your raised beds and nothing will grow.
Mm-hmm.
Until you remove it.
That's an idea.
And you can also put leaves on top, maybe a little dirt, coffee grounds, and it will make that cardboard start to rot.
So you're talking about using it like a weed barrier.
Yes, makes a very good weed barrier. I've seen people using it. They lay down cardboard on top of sod. They just lay the cardboard down there and mix up their dirt, put it on top of that with its fertilizer, and then they put plants in there. They had no weeds.
Here's an idea. If you had big refrigerator boxes or something like that, you lay that out and you could punch little holes for your plants to grow, and then no weeds will be popping up through the cardboard, but you'll have a little place for your plant to grow.
It's a weed barrier that becomes part of the soil the next year.
Right.
Deb says she puts leaves in the garden for mulch and then puts dirt on top of that off of the leaves.
Yeah, see, my problem is the cardboard would be blowing away unless I weight it down with some rocks or something.
Yeah. I pile up the leaves and down there, and I'll till those in, and I'll burn a bunch of them too. Till that with it.
I like that idea, Battery, because that cardboard would be biodegradable.
Yeah.
Very good idea.
Especially that egg carton mix kind of stuff.
Oh, egg cartons are awesome.
The
ones that have the paper fiber in it.
Yeah. The fiber paper thing.
Ours is plastic, so it won't work.
Yeah, that styrofoam stuff ain't gonna work.
Well, ours isn't styrofoam; it's plastic, clear plastic.
Oh, yeah.
It's great because you go in there, you pick up the eggs, and you go like this, turn it over, and you can see if there's any broke.
Another reason I like it, Battery, is because it would help to retain the moisture in the soil.
Yeah.
For water retention, which is an issue where I live.
Speaking of that, every year I kept finding this weird succulent growing in my raised beds across the surface. They didn't grow very tall, maybe 3 or 4 inches. Found out it was an edible weed. People used to grow it for food. It's
pennyroyal? Was
purslane.
It pennyroyal?
No,
was it
purslane.
Purslane, okay. Because I get pennyroyal popping up through the cracks in the sidewalk and in my driveway and stuff.
Yeah, Deb, those bags would be biodegradable as well. They would degrade.
Purslane grows anywhere.
Yep. Another one that I get coming up is a plant that is edible called borage. You ever heard of borage?
No, but there's a plant that looks just like purslane. You don't want to eat it. But everything on purslane is edible except the roots.
Oh, yeah?
And the succulent leaves look teardrop shaped. And you take those off, just like that, down the stem, and sprinkle them in your salad.
You taking off, dear Butch?
Tastes like nuts.
Huh. I'm going to have to look that up, purslane, so I can make sure that I identify the right plant.
I stumbled onto it. I was like, what? And they had a picture of it on the video. I'm like, oh, I got to watch this. Talk about how people throw this weed out when you can eat it. I'm like, oh, I'm interested. And I was like, holy crap, I had purslane all this time, and I could have ate it. It's very high in omega-3s.
You know what we got growing wild around here? Bergamot.
What is it?
What?
Bergamot.
Oh, really? That's
yeah.
edible?
Yeah. It's kind of like a oregano spice kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now I know what you're talking about.
It's kind of sweet. It's got more of a sweet.
Okay, he's got one of those bags.
Oh, yeah.
So this this is a 3-gallon black felt grow bag.
Oh, cool.
It's made of felt. It's a 3-gallon capacity. It's got a square bottom, and it's got 2 handles on it here that are sewn on it. And that's it.
Like a reusable shopping bag.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Is that big enough to grow a big plant, or is it going to stay small, or what?
How many gallons?
3 gallons will get you 3 to 5 feet high.
Okay.
3 to 4 feet high.
That's good enough.
It comes down to root ball. The bigger the root, the bigger the fruit. It's really just that simple.
That works great for pepper.
If you want to grow a 20-gallon, then you can expect to probably get 6 to 8 feet high.
I like 6 to 8 foot high plants.
Anyway, black felt bag for the win. You can get these things by the half dozen for less than $10.
Oh, cool.
Or you could just buy those fabric shopping bags.
Same thing, right?
For like $1.50.
I think they're probably more expensive. Yeah.
All right.
Dollars will last longer.
These are like $1 a piece or less.
I like it.
Not bad.
That's a good idea.
You use whatever you want.
Yeah, he said he was using those biodegradable shopping bags and putting that.
I was buying them at Walmart.
And he was putting those filter cups at the bottom of them and setting them down inside that guttering system.
If that works, then hell yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm expanding the
gutter. Where did you get those felt bags? I got them off Amazon. You can, again, they're just 3-gallon felt grow pots. That's all they are. If you Amazon them or Google them, you can find the cheapest source. And
you won't get water buildup in it then. It's going to drain, right?
It'll drain directly out. As a matter of fact, if you're growing, you need to set this on a tray.
Yeah.
Because you will water through it. Okay? So you need to be on a tray or on an enclosed, someplace you could drain away water or whatever.
Right.
I bought these little dishes. They're probably 12 inches in diameter and have a lip on them about like that. And I just set the pot down in them and water the fuck out of them.
Like Wizard was saying, I put mine on the rain gutter with a net cup in the bottom of it, filled all the way to dirt, all the way down through the net cup, and the plants just tapped the water, how much water they needed. And I put tomatoes in 5-gallon buckets from Home Depot, that kind of bucket that I got for nothing. And I put the net cups in them, put them on there, and my tomato plants got over 6 feet. And they kept breaking on. They were getting so big.
Right. Too much water. Right.
But they put their roots all the way through the bucket, through the net cup, and started spreading out in the rain gutter. They love water too much.
Right. Well, you still got to have the lattice to handle it, you know.
Yeah. They just so
it's been my experience that rainwater is not that good. I've not had good experience with rainwater. I have, on the other hand, had great experience with well water.
But you lived on the East Coast, Don.
What?
No, it's the minerals. It's the minerals.
I don't.
I agree with that. I agree with the well water has a much more solid pH.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better pH at about 6.7, 6.6.
Perfect.
Rainwater's generally higher than 7.
I can hook this up to the tap.
Have you tested it out there where you're in Nevada?
I have not. Dude, that's a real good idea. I need to find out what my well water is all about, brother.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yep. Yes, you do. And put a rain collector out so next time it rains, you can tell what kind of.
You know what? Another good idea. Fucking Wiz full of good ideas tonight.
Hey, Don.
Too hard.
Yes, dear.
Ask your when you get your water tested, ask him to give you the lowdown on the arsenic levels, just for your own well-being.
I'm not going to have I probably won't have my water tested. I probably will have the local filter guy come out and put a whole house filter on. But I will test. I have my own pH and parts per million tester, so I can do some minuscule testing here.
Right.
Miss Miriam, you know what? My wife used to buy her drinking water also, and we have found out that this desert water is the sweetest water we've ever had. I just absolutely love this nuclear weapons test water. I'm not kidding, man. It's fucking great water. It really is.
You know what's really good about it, Don, is when you got to pee in the middle of the night, you don't have to turn the light on because you can see where the pee stream goes.
You can see the stream, exactly. And if your well water is local, then you can see the water also. Got that nice glow to it on the white basin there.
Exactly. You know? Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Nuclear well water for the win, baby.
There you go. Get mutant ninja plants.
Hey, does that nuclear well water work on fucking weed plants? Man, I tell you what.
But if you miss the toilet, at least you'll be able to see the puddle on the side of the toilet.
And imagine the white marks on the side of the walls when you miss.
If you have contaminated soil, plant sunflowers.
Why? Contaminated soil, plant sunflower. Fuck that. Contaminated soil, I'm planting weed.
Yeah. Weed will remediate anything out of soil.
Okay, that's another plant then.
Yep. Weed's a big...
be one of those big nuclear weed plants. I see a new strain already. I already hear the name of a new strain. Fucking Area 51 nuclear weed. Come on.
Right. Atom bomb.
Atom bomb.
And don't pull up the dandelions because they also do the same thing.
Nuclear range weed.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Radioactive dandelions. They're awesome.
Desert flower. For the ladies, you call it desert flower. Would be another one.
So here's my question. I'm skilled at growing inside. I understand the photocycles, 18 hours of sunlight, and the need for the right LEDs to get me the right frequencies, to get me the right wavelengths that I need to grow my weed. I get that. Here's the question. How can I then take this knowledge and turn that into a hybrid or an outside grow or a partial outside grow? In other words, how can I take advantage of this extremely wide spectrum sunlight that
get your starts? Get your starts, and then once you got your plant identified, do your clones and set the clones out.
So you say just set them outside, let them run outside.
Yeah.
Then what happens when the light cycle changes?
They flower.
Yep.
Well, I'm trying to get more fruit. In other words, I'm trying to extend the vegetation cycle and stave off the flowering cycle to get that.
I see.
I need that 8 to 10 foot tree.
Oh well, I would. Yeah, then you're going to have to find facilitation to bring it under light. Then.
Canoes, I will never name anything glittery helicopter penises ever under any circumstances.
GHP.
Never going to happen. Not on my watch, brother. I love you. No.
That's funny shit, though. Oh my god.
Yeah, no glittery helicopter penises.
Yeah. But anyway, no shit. But yeah, I would think that you'd have to set up a thing like in a garage to where you could set it in the garage and put the lamps on it or something, maybe.
So here's my thinking on this. You just tell me where I'm wrong, please. I'll set up an area, a tent, a 5x5. At least I'm going to have a 5x5 this year, at least. And I've got all my lights and I've got everything I need to get that fucking timers, the whole nut. I can do it in probably 20 minutes. No, that's a load of shit, but I can do it in short order.
Right.
That said, and I'm limited to a short amount of lights, and I will have them I'll start them in 3-gallon pots, but I will have them in 20-gallon pots eventually. So my thinking is 18 hours of light as normal for vegetation. Just when it's sunny outside, pick the fucking plants up and take them outside.
Right.
And then when the sun goes down, move the plants back inside and continue on their normal 18-hour light cycle. Am I wrong in thinking that? And will that fuck with the plants?
I don't think so. I don't know. You know what? We might want to. Is Hawk out there? We got enough people here. Hawk's probably lurking. Hawk, where are you?
Hawk's out there. I would very much appreciate his input on this.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how to do lighting. I know how to do indoor plants. And I'm pretty sure I know how to do outdoor plants. But you're relegated to the length of the season. And right now it's cold as fuck. But I could get some serious vegetation in under 1,000 watts of LEDs if I had it up, which I will.
Right. Well,
so the question then is, can I start now and take advantage of the sunlight when it gets here, or the warmth when it gets here in the springtime?
I don't see why not.
thereby extending my season and extending the grow length or the height of my plant, the size of my plant.
Right.
I know it's a lot, but that's my question.
From what I learned last year, and what Hawk tells me, is just the size of the plant is just a matter of the size of the pot.
Exactly, and that is a fact. That is an absolute fact. So, what you're telling me then, it doesn't matter how much light I give it or how much sunlight versus LED light I give it. It's going to be a fucking 20-gallon gusher, whether it's no light or all light. Okay.
Yeah, because that's always going to be your main limitation.
Okay.
Yep, your primary limitation is going to be the size of the pot. That's why I'm going with those ground boxes. They're not going to have a bottom in them. They're just going to have the sides. Raised garden bed kind of thing, but no bottoms. That's why I want to do those garden boxes, with the open bottoms.
And you get the ones with wax?
There you go.
20 gallons.
There we go.
20-gallon felt pots. Should be 6 of them here. I think they were $12 on Amazon.
Oh, really? Only $12 for 6 of them?
Something like that. Let me find out. They're cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Ow. Sorry about that.
Well, my thinking is once they get as tall as the pot is, I plan on transplanting the whole damn pot into the grow box. Because by the time they get, you should be able to figure out whether they're male or female by then.
Dad, where are you going?
It should work.
We need to talk about this. You're the only one that's got outdoor experience, it looks like. Are you too busy to talk to us, or you got somebody piss you off, or what's up?
Huh?
Deb. I'm talking to Deb.
Okay.
Apparently she's got to go.
What? Aaron is here. What's up?
Does that mean you can't be? All right. I'm not pissed off. Okay. All right.
All right. I'm sleepy, she said. All right. Dream well, Patriot. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay. Sorry. I'm making everybody dizzy.
But yeah, I don't have any problems with that fabric stuff. That's a great idea. And you know what? When you're growing tomato plants, you know how they tell you to pull the suckers off of the tomato plants, guys? Yeah. Well, you can take those suckers off and you cut them off right at the elbow point, and then you put them in dirt.
Yep.
They will grow, and you'll have another plant.
I put them in a shot glass, and they start producing their own roots. And then I put them in something bigger.
There you go.
I just keep them in water.
20-gallon fabric pots.
That's badass.
Throw a couple of potatoes in there. You got a bunch of potatoes.
You got 6 of them, huh?
I got 6 of them. Yes, sir. I'll probably get 6 more.
Right? Yeah. Now, my
Why
thing
not?
is, how soon? I know what I didn't keep track of is when they started getting. I didn't keep track of the timing when I could tell whether they were male or female, though.
Oh, you tell that at flower. So
You're right.
once you cut the timing over, it'll take you about 10 days. They'll either start forming balls or they won't. Really simple.
Right, because I had about half the plants last year turn into male. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to try to minimize that. And
Right.
once you notice the males, you got to yank them out.
Right. Because they're done. They're not going to bud. They're not going to do anything but creep.
They could bud if you want to keep them in there and risk, cross pollination, then yeah, they can bud. I've seen male plants bud huge buds.
Right.
But all those buds are full of seeds.
Yeah. Hey, Colonel Shaw, salute. No fair. You got the fire in the bowl. I got to load.
I'm not used to asking permission. I'm sorry.
No, you just got to announce.
Announce.
You ain't got to ask permission. Good grief.
You know me. I'm a shy, demure, mousy kind of guy, right?
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Max, what is up, brother?
Hey, Max. Oddball, how you doing?
Oddball. Max is here, so Miriam's here. Miriam, I thought this was chick night. And
I know. That's what I was trying to get the ladies up here earlier, and they won't do it. Some got to do their nails.
You're disappointed because I haven't seen you up here trying to get any of those ladies up here. So I'm happy to leave if somebody tells me to get the fuck out of Dodge. So I'm out.
Well,
I'll go over there. I know, but it's panel, right?
Right there in that corner.
But that's not, it's Sunday night, so it should be ladies' night. There you go. Now I'm talking. I'll get away. I'll go. I'll get the fuck out of Dodge. This ain't a dating site. You're right, brother. It ain't. This is a adult, political, cultural discourse. Did I say that right?
I'm close to that, yeah.
Hey, it's me. I like that.
Norm.
Top of the hour, fire in the bowl, boys and girls.
Fire in the bowl.
So I spent all morning today and all day yesterday on the shed, cleaning and organizing and moving boxes and throwing shit away and trying to carve out a space that I can put some plants. And I got it. I got space. So I'm good to go. I'm excited. I'm thinking about dropping beans, and the only question is, what am I going to grow this year? Lounging, you guys are holding the fort just fine. Come on, Nightingale. We'll give you the show.
Yeah,
you and Miss Miriam, and we'll all just get the fuck out of Dodge. And you and Miss Miriam say what is and who is and whatever says and is and stuff and things. How about that?
Yep. The Purple Diesel, my favorite, MK Ultra, and Purple Diesel, and the OMG. I like the OMG.
Original Michigan Glue. Rachel, I don't know. Rochelle, I don't know. Platoon, I really don't. Zucchini and peppers. I couldn't agree with you more. Okay.
Part of my bed is going to be like start growing in a shed.
Oh. Good Lord.
So yeah, I have
Sour diesel and
this is my last. I probably got, I don't know, 25 seeds of my sour diesel. So definitely going to be dropping a couple of these.
right.
Then I think the OMG would be a good one because it's a pretty high powered indica, and I need to grow good indica. I'll think it over a bowl. There, see, there's the best advice I've heard all night. But pretty soon I'm going to have to break out the old seed vault and figure out just what the fuck's going to go in the ground this year.
Yep. That's what I'm after. I want the OMG. I'm out of those and the MK Ultras. And I'd like to get some of those Marley's Gift if you still got that too, because that stuff was amazing. Marley's Gift. That was really incredible.
If I have not sent you the last of what I have, then I will send you the last of what I have. But I do know that if I have any, it will be maybe this much. Maybe.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe. And you can have all of it.
Okay. Because that stuff came out and it looked like purple haze. I mean to tell you. It turned dark purple. When it flowered up and it started getting ready, it turned dark purple. And I was like, oh, wow. I thought it was mold or something at the first. And I was like, no, that's actually just straight up purple. But yeah, I was scared it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like a mold or something on it. Because it's all of a sudden, over the course of 2 days, turned purple. And I was like, oh, shit, this stuff, you know, we got to pick it. And I realized after I picked it that it was purple.
Hey, Colonel Shaw, you're up early. Guess you're getting ready for work or something. Man, my nose is still running from those chilies, from that chili sauce.
Oh, okay, battery dream well, Patriot. Oh, yeah.
Battery.
Oh, battery, I'm sorry I monopolized the conversation. I try not to talk over you, though. But have a good evening, sir.
It's about 4:00 in the morning for him, Zoom. I think 4 or 5.
5 a.m., yeah. That's cool.
He's already in it tomorrow.
So yeah, I almost got the entire building insulated. Got fucking gas up and everything. So I've been insulating my ass off.
There you go. Ceiling and all, huh?
No, and I need for you to tell me about that. So I measured the ceiling joists, and they're 23 and a half inches on center. So is there? There should be a standard bat. Is there a standard bat or a roll of that width? And then the next question: what is the standard R value? And then the last question: should I do it? My guess, the last question is yes, because it's hot as fuck and it's a metal roof.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're gonna need you might even want to do a foil liner on it.
Tell me about that, please.
Well, or a mylar, get some of that mylar sheeting and it'll give you a temperature barrier.
So lay that in against the chipboard before I put in the insulation.
Yeah.
See, and I was having this discussion with the wife just today, and she's like vapor barrier, and I said no vapor barrier. We're in area 3 for Department of Energy, so we're so hot down here that we should never area 3, area 2, and area 1 should never have fucking vapor barriers in construction. The most vapor barrier you could possibly have in insulation is paper, and that's insulation with fascia versus insulation with non-fascia.
Right.
Paper vapor barrier, basically. And I'd really like to hear what Sting and Max have to say about this. I value their input here on this particular subject. But I'm pretty sure I don't want to do a vapor barrier on the roof or on the ceiling insulation.
Right.
Because it's so fucking hot.
Right, but the mylar will give you a temperature barrier. You know.
Tell me about it. Can I buy? What is that? Just buy a sheet of mylar and put it in there, or what?
Those emergency mylar blankets. They're cheap.
Yeah, I know. I've seen them. Yeah.
Use those. Yeah. And just coat that. Just put it up there. Do a little bit of spray adhesive, and set it in place.
All right. Now you're gonna make me look.
There's the space blankets or something like that they call them. But that'll give you a badass temperature barrier, and you won't have to fight all that heat coming in on the sun side of that building or off the roof.
Actually, Don, have you seen those Mylar? You can buy them in rolls. They're insulation stuff. You know, they're kind of like you've seen like on windshield covers that people put in the sun. You know what I'm talking about? You put it on your windshield to keep the interior of your car from getting too hot.
I'm learning right now, as a matter of fact. Yes, sir. Radiant barrier insulation, aluminum foil rolls. As a matter of fact, now that you mention it, I have already put those types of radiant barriers on my windows in my RV.
I use that. Yep. I use that in my travel trailer too. Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah. They take that heat down substantially.
And I cut them. I figured, instead of going and buying a windshield cover, I went and bought a roll of it, cut some out, and formed it exactly to the shape of my windshield, and just made my own instead of buying one already made. I just bought a whole roll of that stuff.
I did two things. First, I went and got the mirrored radiation shielding. That's the mirrored transparent window radiation shielding on both sides of the RV, not the front, but the sides.
For tenting.
Cut it down substantially, and I could still see through.
Yep.
Then I went and got some of that silver radiant foil type stuff and cut out individual perfectly sized squares for each of my windows, and that brought the heat down, radiant heat down to zero, absolutely zero. It was wonderful. Those things are great.
Yeah, they're awesome. That's what I use. I use it on my window when I got to sleep in the daytime, and it's real hot. I'll use it on my window there too. I used to when I was working graveyard shift, and I had to sleep through the day. And I started out, putting aluminum foil on my windows to black out the windows. I found out this stuff, it actually keeps it from getting hot inside. Helps me to sleep better.
Until I moved west, I did not know radiant heat was a thing. I really didn't.
I'm telling you.
Now I'm a fucking believer. I forgot to lock sometimes. Huck is my favorite. Mine too. Huck's always everybody's favorite. Miriam and Max hugging trees together. Huh.
But I will tell you,
reading out chat, should I?
I will tell you this though: if you can set together, you won't have problems at the swimming pool. You won't have problems with heating the swimming pool. You don't have to spend no energy heating that swimming pool. Yeah, you could get yourself one of those metal blocks for I forgot what they're for, but they gotta pass it through them, and then you put hoses on either side of that thing, and then you take a phenol and you concentrate it on that block, and you put you coil it up from that block, the piping, and then you okay? But yeah, you put a coil on that after that block, and it'll actually pump itself. And you just put one end in the pool, put the other end to draw it out of the pool, and you just cycle it, just set it on the side of the pool. It'll heat that pool up for you in a matter of hours. Yeah. But that kind of thing. You're muted.
Have I discussed with you my pond ideas?
No. Pod. What are you talking about?
Pond.
Oh, pond. Yeah. Yeah. Some of it. Yeah. About
I have a neighbor that has a farm that has multiple ponds.
Oh, okay.
He draws them down in the wintertime and feeds them back in the springtime and carries them through the summer. And they're good for his livestock. And he likes them. But he's never had a rattlesnake problem. Ever. Under
really?
Yeah.
Oh, good deal.
Another thing, he was this is my neighbor, right? So we're talking. It's not the first time I've met him, but I haven't met him but maybe 2 or 3 other times. So we're new.
Right.
And he's a nice guy. He's really a smart guy. He really is. And we were talking about my well and what we did, what I did, and this and that and the other thing. He said, "Do you have a meter on your well?" I said, "No, I don't have a meter." He said, "That's against the law." I said, "Okay, all right." He said, "Well, I wouldn't go telling anybody." Well, I'm not, but and turns out it's not against the law. You have to, let me see, you have to have a meter on a well that services more than 2 homes, 2 or more homes. Well, this well only services my home. This is my well. It's not the fucking state's well. It's my well. It's my water. Fuck them. And
Right. Okay.
so, long story short, and the Constitution, the Nevada Constitution, state Constitution, guarantees that I can take 1,800 gallons per day for my home and my family to do whatever the fuck I want with, without a permit. 1,800 gallons a day and equates to approximately 30,000 gallons in a span of approximately 17 days. That's relevant because that's the approximate size of both a mid-sized pool and a small pond. So
Right.
the long and the short of it is I can feed both of those fill from scratch in using my allotted water in the span of 16 to 17 days.
Right.
Period. And it'll sit there for 6 months, a year, or, until I have to top it off for evaporation or something like that.
Right.
That's it. That's
There
it.
you go.
It's just information. I'm trying to find somebody to dig me a pond now.
Right.
I want a pond. So anyway,
did he have to clay line them or what?
I'm sorry, what?
When you talked to your neighbor, did you ask him about how he set up his ponds? Did he have to clay them or what?
No, I did not. That will have to save for another day. But
Right.
yeah, I definitely want to. I want to talk to him about that. A lot of things.
Right. But yeah, that's an interesting thing.
Well, water rights are very important out here. And so he's a farmer. And as a farmer, he has to buy water rights. So my little well sitting right next to his water rights, it doesn't make him happy.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Right.
It's okay. I'm not really concerned about his happiness. I'm not.
Right.
Quite sold in what I can and cannot do with my water.
Right.
In my state, you got to buy water shares.
No, you don't.
In my state,
yeah. If you need water rights, but if you're just a homeowner, you do not have to buy water shares.
Yeah, but it's based on how many gallons and crap like that you use and all that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. And the water has to be replenished per year, and there has to be certain.
I don't know if that's even a thing back east, is it?
No, it ain't. No. You just drill your well and suck your water.
Right. That's how it is here. Yeah, once you got your well, you do what you want.
Drill your well and suck your water. In fact,
no, we're like you. We're like you in our state. You're allowed so many cubic yards of water, or however they do it, volume. You're allowed a certain volume of water in my state until you go over that, and then you have to have shares. You have to own shares, irrigation shares or whatever, and that gives you the right to pump so much out of the ground on your own well or out of a creek or however it works. They open up floodgates and people irrigate their orchards and their fields and everything like that, and only the people that own shares can use that water. So it's different. I think it's different than back east.
Oh, it's very different from back east. And even here in the West, the states treat farmers and homeowners vastly different when it comes to water.
Yeah.
I even worked on a very large ranch, and they were only allowed so much water out of creeks and springs that bubbled right up on their own property. They had to have water shares to use it.
The state of Nevada says that I only rent the water or borrow the water, that I don't own the water. The state owns the water. That's where me and the state separate.
I was going to say that's BS that they do that.
Well, I give them back all their water. I give the earth back all its water.
Me too. I give it all back. I do, one way or another.
Yep.
I'm just borrowing the water my damn self.
Yep.
The reason it is the way it is, we've literally had water wars here where they've had gunfights and stuff over water.
Yep. Same here. Well, the Constitution of the state of Nevada says that as a homeowner and a well owner, I take 1,800 gallons per day.
Yeah.
From now until hell freezes over. Period. And the farmers out here will tell you, well, 1,800 gallons is not a lot of water. Well, if you're running a 50-acre farm, you're right. 1,800 gallons is not a lot of water. But if you've got a 3-bedroom house with 2 people and 2 dogs on 5 acres, 1,800 gallons is a shit ton of water.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, if I buy,
go ahead.
If I buy some land out east of you, almost straight due east, you probably have heard of Parowan, Utah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. I know where it's at. They had a bunch of cheap real estate over there, and I could have bought some property. But then I found out that they are not issuing drilling permits for anybody that moves into the area. So the land you buy is going to be absolutely useless because they got a moratorium on any drilling permits. Otherwise, I'd be living over there right now.
So, Pahrump, and I know you know where I'm talking about. The city of Pahrump and valley of Pahrump has issued not a moratorium, but an extra, has levied an extra tax of approximately $18,000 on your next well in Pahrump because they say the water table is so low.
Yeah.
So for 18 months, I looked at property over there and finally gave up and moved 45 minutes out over into Amargosa Valley, which is where I'm at right now. I don't have that problem. They did not give me a whip when I asked for a permit to drill a well. They said, here, drill all you want.
I actually looked up Amargosa Valley after you talking about it and everything. I looked it up, and it's pretty far east, pretty far west.
It is
close to California, actually.
We're 7 miles from California state line on Nevada Route 373.
And it's a dry ass flat area that hardly ever gets rain. That I know. That's all I know.
Yep, absolutely. Dry ass flat, no rain area. Let me add to that last August achieved temperatures of in excess of 125 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yep.
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, Don's leaving the East Coast and he's moving to hell. He goes straight there to the door.
He's out where nobody cares about him. That's what he likes.
And they won't go there because it's too fucking high.
No, they'll die in the process.
Yeah. You get some of these back Easterners to the top of their car and go somewhere 135 degrees. I'm going to tell you something. It'll blow you up.
that old highway, I don't even think there's a gas station for over 100 miles.
As a matter of fact, there are 3 stretches of there are 3 stretches of Route 95 between here and Reno that exceed 75 miles between gas stations on the route. Yes.
Oh.
3 different segments of road that do that.
Wow.
It's cool as shit, though. It really is cool as shit.
These
Drive
remote,
through it. Make sure you got plenty of gas, but it's beautiful.
and you can
Right.
see for miles. I bet you could see for miles and miles in every direction.
Miles and miles is an understatement, and that's the one that's kind of really one of the real endearing traits that I like about the West, especially here in Nevada, is in the desert, you're wide open. You can see everything for miles. Back east, and keep me honest here, Wiz, you can see just to the next tree line.
Yeah, pretty much. Where I'm at, you might get 100 yards.
I thought you were gonna continue on when you said in the desert you can remember your name because
I
there
know.
ain't no one.
Ain't no one to forgive you. Yeah. I almost went there. Almost went there. But
Right. Oh shit. Well, it looks like the roads will be opened up tomorrow and melted, and looks like I can go to town. So
okay.
Aliens are here now. They will
We
come.
are the
They're
aliens,
here.
for God's sake. We are the aliens here.
Colonel Shaw, there are aliens already.
Dude, I have aliens come by my house every day.
Every time I look at Hillary or Potato Head, I see aliens. Every time I see them, I see aliens. Every time I see Antifa, I see aliens. Because they aren't human. They're not human. And Zoom likes alien gas stations.
Yes, he does.
Cops now don't know what to do because anti-protesters parked in front of the people's car now. What?
Oh.
Alien gas stations. Holy crap.
Okay. Hey, Aaron, what's up, Aaron? Colonel Shaw says everyone on that Navy vessel. Nimitz.
Oh yeah, he's referring, I think, to the Philadelphia or the Nimitz.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh shit. Oh, he's qualified. Fire in the bowl.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off of here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get off of here because I don't want to be the only one up here and nobody else is coming up. Just me and you, Wiz, and Don T. We could use some company up on the screen.
I mean, what the fuck am I, chopped liver?
I know. I was just gonna say, dude. You gotta
it's just me. Fine, fuck everybody else. I'm just gonna get the fuck out. All right, go ahead.
I said me and you and Don
Go
T.
the fuck home. Go.
I said me and you and Don T.
Right? Okay.
Said, yeah, it was Don T. Also.
Is that something like something me and Bobby McGee or something like
you and a dog named Blue.
Something like me and you and a dog named Don or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Fire in the bowl. Fire in the bowl.
That's why you're in the desert on a horse with no name, because there ain't no one to give you no pain.
Who didn't see that one coming? All right, let's see. Save image as that image right there in those places right there. Then go over here and click on that button and go there, and then click that button. Come on now.
Click that one button and
go
everything
there.
starts
There
exploding.
it is, and click that image right there, and open it up like that.
And then shit blows up.
Eyeball. That was the Philadelphia experiment you were talking about, I guess. Yeah. I can't remember. What was that the Philadelphia? The ship itself? Don?
Stand by.
Oh.
He's got his finger on the hotline.
Yeah, he's looking at the internet thing.
Up.
What's up, Aaron?
I'm looking. Hold on. I'm trying to
Okay. What can I do for you?
I'm like, sure,
Wow, I can't hear.
I think he's got his thumb over his mic or something.
What's going on? I can't see the chat, so all the chatters are sorry, I can't.
Oh, okay. What's up, Aaron?
Dude, I'm just glad the fucking generator's running tonight, and I'm getting some better weather coming in
Good
here.
deal. Slipping Clip says he is the horse that doesn't know his own name.
I'm repeating. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm repeating.
All right. Anyway, so what were you looking up that ship's name, Don? You're muted. Hey, there's Singularity. What are you doing?
No, I was changing my icon to Area 51 Alien Cafe, just up the street.
Right. Okay, I see you. Alien Center, right? Is that where they serve alien?
As a matter of fact, it is. That's where you can get all of the alien merchandise you ever need. They got aliens on fucking hats, pictures, t-shirts, coffee mugs. They got alien tequila now. You believe that shit?
Alien burger. How about an alien steak?
Dude, they got alien brothel condoms. I am not kidding. $2.95 each.
Oh my gosh. I'd volunteers where all the horses know their names. Good Lord.
Some wild merchandising shit there, baby. It really is.
I bet. Alien burger. And I don't know, man. It'd just be crazy. play your video. Oh man, it's gonna kill my set. Give me a link there, Colonel. I'll play it.
Mako, right? You're absolutely right, brother. Great tap water.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to, man. I have to glass jar you some of mine. It's pretty awesome. Ozark well, artesian well water. It's badass, dude. Okay. All right. I have to go Twitch first and get the link. Hold on a second.
I hope somebody comes up here. I'm about to jump out.
Why?
Well, Miss Miriam was saying she was going to jump in here, and then of course Nightingale was going to jump all of that. Then Huck walked in, and she was going to say, "Well, I was going to take care of all of this." So I don't know where that went off the rails, but
I know. It's like I kept putting links up. Nobody knew.
Why, Wiz? Because I got to wake up in 6.5 hours.
Oh, that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hang out till the top of the hour and till 11 o'clock your time.
And I'll have to take an old man nap tomorrow.
Oh, well, they like you got anything else today? Hold on
Ghost
a second.
nap. Ghost nap or an old man nap, whatever.
Right? Okay. So you got this.
dude, when I was 30, we called that a power nap. Now, why the fuck is it changed?
It's a power nap, not an old man nap. Good grief.
Well,
I don't know if you guys can hear that now. But don't do that, bro.
my old bones need their rest.
Can you hear it at all?
Who?
What can I do? Sing?
Is that an alien or what? Are we looking at alien pictures?
Can you guys hear it?
Negative. Negatory.
Okay. Well, that's the problem with my system, I guess.
What is that? An orb?
Some kind of pill-shaped form. Yeah.
Oh, the nibbits?
It's narrated.
Tic Tac. Colonel Sean, you're Tic Tacs. Oh, a flying Tic Tac, yeah. Yeah, we have no audio on any of this.
Okay.
Cool images though.
Oops. Sorry. Trying to go in here and do this.
some radar blips. There we go.
Well, that's crazy.
Oh, there's a Tic Tac. Yeah, they're UFOs. There's no guarantee that they're extraterrestrial, though. They could be terrestrial. Could be Chinese.
Yes, those are the pilots. They're stuck. Um,
Yeah, I'm getting tons of spam texts also. Well, what the public knows about these UFOs and stuff, I mean, if we do build them, we won't know until like 20 to 40 years later. I mean, they build them way ahead of what's disclosed to us.
Yeah, there was no windows, portals. There was no heat trail on it either.
I don't even understand what I'm seeing, so.
Yeah.
I don't understand anything what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And Colonel Shaw seems to know that for sure that they're not human.
Yeah, you have to see it with the audio.
Did Colonel Shaw send you this or what?
Yeah, that's the link
Okay.
that he put into in the chat. I'll post it again so it goes out. Yeah, some of it was CGI oddball. They explained it in the narration. The stuff that was on the screen is what they actually caught. There wasn't any direct video.
Well, there's CGI and then there's also digitally enhanced too.
Well, the stuff that they actually caught was what you were seeing on those radar screens, on those images.
Yeah.
With the flame form and all that stuff. Yeah.
I still don't understand what I'm seeing, so.
You got it, Colonel. Let me refresh just to make sure, because my system always messes up after I play something. Hold on.
So maybe it's like ETs. It could be ETs, you know. If you see them coming out of the spaceship and all that, you might, and you see an ET, it might be ETs, but we don't know until I see what's inside those things. They're making really weird stuff. Our government, Soviets, the Chinese, they're making stuff that we would probably think were ETs. Until we see the ETs, the extraterrestrials, how would we know? It is compelling. I mean, I know a lot of people are hoping, you know, that we do have encounters.
Careful what you wish for. Yeah.
I don't know what the Chinese have, Colonel.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have or not.
No, they don't have that.
Yeah, I don't know what they have. I'm just saying, you know.
So what's up, Sing?
Not a whole lot. Actually, I can't stay long. I need Don's assistance because my phone is jacked. Are you there, sir?
I am. The first thing I would recommend would be find out how your phone was compromised. It sounds like they've compromised your contact list. I like your icon there, by the way. That's nice.
I didn't even. Yeah, I forgot to switch. I stole yours. Apparently, I just came in. The only thing I've ever clicked on is I got a text message that got my curiosity up. It had to do with a protein supplement, and I clicked on it, and it was a real chinky kind of, didn't trust that website, so got right out. So, I mean, they didn't have long. I did.
I don't know. I really don't know, but you need to have something on your phone. Are you on Android?
Yes.
Okay, download something. Go to the store and download something called Lookout.
Have a great day.
And then I don't even know if Malware Bytes is available for Android, but it probably should be. And Malware Bytes, what you need to do is find out if your phone is still compromised.
Okay.
Because somebody has your contact list. We're pretty clear about that, are we not?
Oh yeah, because I've got 90% of my. I literally at like 2 or 3 in the morning is when it starts, and I've even had to block a couple of my sister's numbers.
Well, and as bad as you think it is for you, it may be even worse for the people on your contact list.
That's what I'm nervous about. I didn't even realize that until you said that. And I've got Emerald, I've got Huck, and I've got all my family. I don't want like my aunts and uncles getting weird texts saying it's from me.
No, and I would check with 1 or 2 or 3 of them and see if they have gotten that recently.
I've gotten that.
But before I did anything, I would download Lookout, which is a fucking antivirus, and then I would download Malware Bytes if I could, which is a malware removal tool. But
okay, I just downloaded Lookout, and then the other one is Malware Bytes.
Malware Bytes, yes, sir.
BITES.
BYTES, yes, sir. All one word.
Yeah, because this is messed up. I definitely do not want to do this again.
So the first thing,
phone, I don't use it like to come here.
The first thing you want to do is be sure it's not on your phone currently.
Okay. And these should tell me if I run like a scan.
These will tell you that. Yeah, just take the freeware scan of both of these, and these will tell you what you got.
Okay, right on. Cool. Well, I will set these up and start going through them.
Dude, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just hoping people I have on there don't start getting nailed.
Again, I would double back and check with them if I could. Just drop a note and say, hey, I may have been compromised. Have you received any strange texts in my name or anything else?
I just checked with Huck. I haven't heard back from her yet. Emerald?
Nothing from me.
Okay, and trust me, some of them are pretty rank. They're pretty wild stuff. You'll know.
Okay.
Don't even click on it.
Maybe it's just you. If you're lucky, it's just you at this point in the program, and you can nip it in the bud by removing it from your phone. Maybe. No,
I hope so, because I mean, no offense to you guys, but it's not going to shock you guys if something came up. But I really don't want like my elderly aunts and uncles to see it, because they'll most likely think it's for me and click on it.
You wouldn't try to offend my sensitivities, would you?
Yeah. No, I just don't want my aunts and uncles to think that I'm ordering.
That you hang out with fuckers like us? Yeah.
Oh no, that the some of the stuff that comes through are like, they're
Don't say it.
Some of them
don't say
like,
it.
Okay.
Don't say it.
All right.
Don't say it. Just don't say it. Just don't say it.
You get what I mean.
We're all adults here. Just don't say it. We don't need to know it, hear it. You don't need to emphasize it. Remind us of it.
Yeah.
We all know where it is, what it's called. We do.
frustrating. And that's the phone. I don't even use that online for like these chats. Is all it was I got a text that must have been somebody that has my information, or somebody got it or something. I don't know. Well, you never know. Because even on times I use my credit card, a lot of those places have my phone number and everything. So who knows where they got it from. And then when I clicked on that freaking link, it had to have been that one about that protein supplement. That's the only one I could think of.
Maybe they were compromised.
Well, for those of you there's 23 of you out there in Lurky Lurkland. If I could give you no other advice, it would be that you need some kind of antivirus on your phone, whether you're running Apple, iOS, or Android. And there's plenty of freeware out there. Go get it. One of my favorites is Lookout. Second, take the time and do a malware scan of your phone if you get a chance. Worth it. Clean all the whole shit out of you.
Trust me, this sucks because literally, because I have to keep my phone on for, some things. So I use it as alarm, and then for other things, just in case I get an emergency call or something like that. And I can't turn my phone off. So when it blows up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, started out by just a couple, and I was blocking them. And then after a couple days of it, I had most of my contact list blocked.
Oh, wow.
Well, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. I am.
Yeah.
But pain in the ass.
I say this in the best possible way. Hope it's just you and not everybody on your contact list.
Right.
Just say.
Oh, got a minute and 44 seconds left on my scan. Wow, it really scans them. I like this one. It doesn't play around. It goes through them one by one and very good.
Which one of you took? Lookout?
Or Lookout. Yeah, Lookout. You know what? I downloaded a game it was called Spades, and then a advertisement popped up, and I was trying to get back to the game and push X, and it made me go to the advertisement, and it locked up my phone. That advertisement.
Dude, games contain more malware than the entire Russian fucking FSB.
Right.
Okay.
And if you know what the FSB is, you know how much malware is there.
Yeah. Okay, so no more games on this phone. That sucks because I get bored, and sometimes I just like playing Spades or Hearts or something on my phone. Well, thank you, Don. I appreciate it because I was at a loss because it was going to get to the point where I was going to not be able to contact anybody.
I hope it works out for you. Keep us posted, please.
I will. Yeah, and I'm hoping it's. I've got customers' numbers on my phone. So, yeah. So I'm. That's why I'm a little nervous about everything.
I would be too. But and realize this: when it happens and this shit actually does hit the fan, and you're standing in front of it, and you get it all over your face, and you've already reached for a towel, and people are starting to scream at you, just realize this: you're not the first guy that this has ever happened to, and you won't be the last. And no matter how bad you think it is, they're not sucking $10,000 a day out of your fucking bank account. So it's not that bad.
Right. That's a good thing. I keep none of that on any of my phones. It's on the one laptop that's never hooked up to anything. I've got to come home to make any transactions.
Yeah, I don't keep no financial information on my phone.
Couldn't agree with you more.
I have it all on my laptop, and it's behind a cable. Yep, and a router.
I know the direction of all of the bits when I use it at the house.
Right. But I didn't know about Lookout, so I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, everybody in chat or all you lurky loos out there, get you something on your phone. Jesus H Christ, get you something, please.
Yeah, this sucks.
Do it for yourself. Do it for your family.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here, guys. I gotta go do a bunch of design work in Teespring to make those shirts for us, the Trump 2020 Revenge Tour shirts. I had it all set up, had hats, the whole nine yards, had it really cool. And then, took a shit. So I got to redo all that work, and it's about an hour or so. But I want to get that done tonight. So, Don, you got the reins, brother?
All right, I'll take it for a few minutes, I guess. Sing's here, and Sing will keep me company. As soon as Sing, and I'm out of here. Maybe we'll get some chicks up in this joint. We got 22 people on the lurky loos.
I know. Evie's out there, and so is Valentine's, and Miriam's out there. Yeah.
They're out there,
yeah, they are. I'll be watching.
Okay.
But I got to get this work done, and I want to go ahead and try and concentrate on that. So, all right, I'll see you guys soon. And tomorrow night, I'll do the big reveal.
Roger that. Big reveal, baby.
All right, you know it.
Take care, man.
Dream up, hey, kids. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Having Tennessee's basically pit bulls trying to eat my dog. Yeah. You're the wrong piece of Tennessee then, pizza. Clearly.
I've got one niece that has a pit bull and two sisters that have pit bulls, and they are the friendliest dog. I still say it goes back to how they're raised.
Absolutely. Oh, it is 1,000% all owner based.
Yep.
All that attitude is owner based.
Yep.
You would think my dogs would be bigger assholes, but they're not.
Yep. Well, it's like, now don't get me wrong. If somebody had gone up and like grabbed one of the girls or they screamed or something, I would not want to be that person. But because they are protective. But as long as nobody's, being mean to anybody, they're good dogs.
Basset Hound. I love Basset Hounds. I got a thing for Basset Hounds. 100% Basset Hounds. Man, I love Basset Hounds. I do. My first dog was a Basset Hound named Mike. And he was just 100% Basset Hound. He was awesome.
Those long dogs, the short and long? Okay.
Yeah. Mike was big and muscular. He was a long, Basset Hound, but he was very muscular, and he was awesome, smart, right. Loved him to death. Of course, he's your first dog, so it's kind of like your first girlfriend. Actually, better than your first girlfriend, but
yeah. Yep. Because the only time that first dog broke your heart was when it was his time.
Exactly. Chick's been breaking my heart, my whole life.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Until you get numb to it or you find somebody else.
Or they bury you 6 feet under.
Right.
So what's the chat doing tonight?
I don't know. There's a bunch of them out there, but it's only Pizza talking to us.
Pizza's talking to us, though. I mean,
Yeah.
Fred Trump, dude, that was Don's dad, wasn't it? Man, I tell you what, if Pitbull ever attacked my dog, I don't know really what I would do. But I do know that I have guns.
Yeah.
Ready. So I'm not even remotely afraid to use them, particularly on an attacking pit bull.
I hate to say it, but I would defend my dogs.
Exactly.
So, yeah, you know.
So it's okay. It's all right.
Just like your family, they are your family. You know, you're
They
going to
are.
pretend them,
They are
protect
my
them with your
family.
last breath.
I'll go to jail for them. That's for damn sure.
Yep. I had a buddy that spent the weekend in jail because he beat the crap out of some guy with a leash. This guy was beating the crap out of his dog because he was jogging, and the dog kind of went in front of him a little bit, and he tripped over the dog, and the guy just started beating the heck out of his dog with the leash. And my buddy beat the crap out of the guy with the leash. He got nipped by the dog, which kind of sucked, but because the dog saw him attacking his owner, that's all he knew, you know. And he wasn't mad at the dog, but yeah, he spent the weekend in jail for beating the guy up with a leash.
That's why you need friends with bail money.
Yeah.
Just situations like that right there.
Yep.
So, yes. But
we tried to get him out. It just didn't work out that well. We were young at that time. None of us had a lot of money. So
I need to get a lawyer on speed dial. Pizza Punk Rock, you can't be that drunk. You're still fucking typing, aren't you? You're not slurring your sentences together.
I was going to say, apparently,
together.
You type better drunk, apparently, than I do sober.
Exactly. So you can't be that hammered.
You got any new projects going on? You got any new projects going on since you sold your place?
As a matter of fact, I got quite a few new projects going on. The big one is the building recently. I'm trying to get a space in the building to grow and put up my Bitcoin mining operation and my solar operation. And right now, the most important thing is to get the building insulated. So I've been cutting, 7 foot, 6 inch sections, bats of R13 and putting it up with a staple gun over the last 5 days.
Nice.
Here, a little bit at a time. I'm almost done.
What do you have? What do you have on the exterior of that building?
The exterior of that is just a a batten board, kind of a shiplapped 4-inch. Nothing really.
Nothing like fancy. Metal or anything that'll collect heat. Nice. No.
Although I do have a metal roof.
You do.
Stand by.
Okay.
And Wiz and I were discussing that earlier, and I'm glad you asked about that. So I'm getting the insulation to R13s up in, and of course that's 15.5 on center. The ceiling, the roof specifically, or the inside, I'd like to insulate that, and that's 23.5 inches on center, I think. My question here is this: A, is there a standard for that, for inside joists, roofing joists? B, do I need some sort of heat or vapor barrier more heat. I don't think I need vapor barrier. Can I use like a Mylar heat barrier in there and see what is the standard R factor that I should be looking for in there? Can you help me out with this one?
In your ceiling, I'd shoot for R30 to R40, to be honest, because you're in a place you're going to get major cooking going on.
Yes.
Especially with that metal roof, and it's going to transition through that plywood in no time. Even if you have a plywood sheeted and then the metal, it's going to transition through.
Yes.
The foils work really good if you don't mind pulling your roof off, putting it on, and then putting your roof back on.
Can I put it on the inside?
There's little vent tubes that you can get to run next to the trusses. The problem is a lot of that still has some moisture in. And if you put it on the inside and then wrap all those, basically you're making a barrier of moisture anytime it cooks in there real hard and gets that moisture out. If you put that Mylar on the bottom and then the metal on top, it's just going to be like an oven constantly cooking every bit of moisture out, and then it's not going to have anywhere to go is the problem.
I understand.
And that's a tricky part on putting it inside, especially with around the roof where you're going to get a lot more heat. They do it. I'm just not a huge fan of that because I've seen some of the problems that can be created after about 10 or 15 years.
So then let me ask this. Can I get away with just an R30 or R40 in the ceiling and using a standard, 23-inch on center bat or rolled bat for lack of anything better for something more expensive?
I'd toss a good. Yeah, I'd toss if they're. I presume you got trusses every 24.
I do. Yes.
I just get. They've got it to where you can actually, just like you're stapling it into the wall, you push it up and then you staple it onto those trusses from the bottom, and it's kind of nice because it'll flare over the truss a little bit on each one too, so it'll help hold it up there. Plus, it'll close that cavity where the truss is. But I would do that, especially if you're planning on putting some drywall or something up. You may have to get some wires at 24 inches, some of the stiff wires to go every couple foot. So you're basically building a 2 foot by 2 foot grid. And they're just a chunk of wire, real stiff wire that push into the truss, into the 2x material on the truss that help hold so that doesn't start bellying down. That insulation doesn't start bellying down. It's just you just stick it in each side and then it pokes into the 2x and it'll last forever on its own.
Perfect. That's exactly. So it's 24-inch on center R30 or better that I can get, and I can staple it in just like I'm stapling it in my R13 in 2x4 studs in between the studs. Perfect.
Yep.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. And I'd love to get the vapor barrier or the heat barrier in there, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So I'll just put the insulation in there. I'm not going to put any sheetrock in there. It doesn't have to be pretty. I'll probably just put shelves up against the walls already. Just over the insulation I'm using now is it's a standard R13 with the lip that folds out on the paper lip. It's a paper fascia and then the lip that folds out, and I'm just stapling that. Pretty simple. I'll hopefully I can get the exact same thing for the inside of the ceiling, and I'll do that. And that I'm going to grow in there, and so I'm going to try to get it insulated against the heat. I might even put a portable air conditioner in there.
One thing you can do too to really evacuate that heat is up towards the upper portion of each peak, put a louver in there. And Okay, and do they have a couple places on the eave on the bottom to where cold air can come up into
Yes.
it? Okay, all right. So you're set there. So yeah, I'd just insulate that thing good and go with that. And that fiberglass insulation works really good. So, and like I say, if you don't like the sagging, if it starts to sag more for your taste, or if it looks like it's going to start, yeah. Now with that stuff, you're going to want to put a few more staples in than what you are with the R13. But
Yeah. Yeah.
if it's sagging more than you want, Home Depot, Lowe's, they all sell those wire holders.
Wire holders. So they're going to be like 24-inch on center wire insulation holders. Is that what I'm asking for?
Yeah, ask them for insulation retainers is what they'll probably sell them as.
Insulation retainers. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. No problem.
And it'll come. You'll get like 100 of them in like a little bundle.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Not a problem. I'm big on that reflective on the foil. I really like it, but unless you're wanting to pull that roof off, I wouldn't. And especially metal, I think that's something that a lot of these guys, they should go with the Tyvek that has reflective coating on it to kick that out, because metal will cook your walls and everything. It creates a lot of stinking heat. Even if it's a light color, it creates a lot of heat.
I thought metal would be best for the desert, in so much as it would reflect heat.
It's surprising, but wait until this summer when it really starts heating up, and then fill the underneath side of that metal. You will be amazed how much heat it gets in it and just retains it.
I don't want to feel the underside of that. I hope to, by that time, have fucking R30 insulation all over that bitch.
Right. Yep.
So, yeah. Okay. You made your point. Yes, sir.
Cool. That was a good topic. That's something I do a lot of, things like that. Insulation, finish. I'm trying to actually get away from it. I just want to do pole barns now. Finish work, there's a lot of time in finish work. Pole barns are in and out. You put up the structure, you're out. So
I'm one of these days, not too far off. I'm going to put up two pole barns around my generator and around my mains panel and around my well pump.
nice.
Well, I have to, some kind of, either that or I got to go get a building of some kind and build it around it or something like that. Dude, a pole barn is so simple, especially something like, 10 by 10 is all I need for that little joint.
Yep.
Not even that. I don't even need that.
Yep.
Sorry.
And
go ahead.
You don't have all the sheathing. You don't have all the excess that goes with it. You just run 30 inches on sweat center going up the outside to screw your walls to, and then 24 on your roof, and you're good to go. And a 10 by 10, heck, you would only need to make yourself 2 trusses, one for each end, and then run that 10-foot span between them.
Even an idiot like me could pull something like that off.
There. And the amazing thing, when you put up that 10 by 10, you're going to learn so much putting it up. You'd be able to do the bigger ones after that, once you get the squaring up and everything. Because you'll run into, I guarantee the first problem everybody runs into is they'll put it up and then they start trying to put the metal on right away before they square it. And if they don't, or put all the wood on before they start squaring it, instead of just a couple wraps and then square it and then put all the wood on.
I'm a frame guy. I like to see the frame up. I like to start putting wires in frame before I like to make sure it all works before I box it in.
Yep.
That's just me. I'm doing the rack the same way. I'll build the entire rack out before I put 4 sides on it. But once the 4 sides go on it, then it's done. I'll just park it in the fucking corner and I won't have to mess with it. Anyway.
Yep. Oh, I drive the guys that work with me nuts. I will shoot not just one corner. I'll shoot both corners. I'll go and shoot the walls, make sure they're not leaning. I'll shoot everything to make sure it's before I start, locking anything up.
You can't do nothing till it's square.
Yep. And a lot of that comes from doing metal roads on houses that were already built and having them so far out of square by the time you're getting close to the end that you're cheating the metal like crazy to make it look right and still be functional.
Well, again, I'm a jackleg. I'm an amateur. I just know what Daddy taught me and what I've learned over the last couple of years. I'm not a contractor, and nor do I play one at home. I like to dabble. I like to, that's about it. I play. I've got my tools, and they get me where I need to be.
Is all a person needs to know is enough to do their own stuff, and you can save 2/3 on everything you have built.
Man, I tell you what. So there's a guy. There's a guy living my alternate life about 2 miles from here. Here's why. And I watched dude over the span of the last year. He started with a pickup truck with a camper top, just a topper, right?
Nice.
On 5-acre piece of property that sits on a corner, right? And I go buy it to get my coffee and the gas and to go to the dump. And so I've watched him over the years. First, dude got him a travel trailer, parked it there, made some nice tarps. He could live outside. Then, dude built him a 2-container hut. So he parked 2 containers and then built a hut across them so he could pull his travel trailer in there. Then, dude expanded his driveway and started to dig a footer for a home. Today, dude has 2 of the 4 walls of a home plus the entire foundation done all by himself. This is dude. I seen dude. Dude works for the local electric company. I don't know dude's name, but I've seen dude over the span of the last 18 months. Dude, just this.
Nice.
Start from nothing with 0. And now he has wonderful. He'll have a full-on home now. I'm sure it'll cost him. I'm sure he's got nothing in it except for a lot of sweat equity and material.
Right. I can go. Right. And that's the way to go.
That's the way to go. It is. The dude's my alternate lifestyle. I'm sure he has a solar setup. He's already put a nice fence around that 5 acres of his. He's already arranged the rocks in there along the driveway. Dude, he's got a nice little setup there on his 5 acres. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And he's every day making improvements to it. And it's just impressive to watch.
Yep. And well, I mean, if you take away the hours you put in and you put in just the investment in materials and stuff that you have to buy, you literally are probably most likely, unless you get a really good deal, which there's some out there for having things built, unless you get a really good deal, the odds are you're going to save 2/3 right off the top, because that's usually what labor costs you. A long time ago, when I first started, it was kind of at a half and half. Like whatever materials cost you, you'd pay that much pretty much in labor. And now it's 1/3, 2/3.
Yep. When I was a youngster, my father was doing takeoff. He would say 50% for labor. He always said 50% for labor. Okay, that's cool. Now you're right. It's 2/3. It's 66%.
And
absolutely.
I know
Good evening, Nightingale. How are you?
And a lot of people think that's where that's so ridiculous. Why do they need to make much? It's like, well, they're still making the same amount. It's just that the different permitting and the different fees and the different taxes and everything went up.
Regulatory cost is what it's called. It's called fucking regulatory cost. And the federal government is increasing its regulatory cost as long as all local and state governments are increasing their fucking regulatory costs. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I agree. And it adds up. Yeah, that makes more sense than how I was putting it, but I like that regulatory cost. And it's like a tax on everything, and it's a big tax.
It's a huge tax. It's huge. How do you think they're funding these fucking retirements for all these firemen in Miami Beach?
Right. True.
Right? They're taxing the fuck out of you is how they're doing it.
Yep. And they're doing it underhandedly, saying, it's not a tax. It's
it's a fee. It's a regulation that says you got to do something. That means it's going to cost you some extra money. But it's not a tax. It's just a regulatory fee is what it is.
Yep.
So, in other words, it's not a tax, but it's a way for the government to illegally take your money, because in theory, the only way that the government can regularly take your money is through a taxation.
Yep. And even then, it's questionable, especially long term.
What was it, 1934? Before 1934, there was no taxation. There was no income fucking tax.
Yep. And to be honest, I shouldn't get into it, but you go to the minerals we have, not even just oil, minerals we have located in the United States of America. If we downsized our government to the way it should be, and we started exporting some of that stuff, the odds are we would have, if we did have taxes, they would be very low. And proof of that, in my opinion, is states like granted, the population of Wyoming is extremely low, and they don't have any state tax. And I think if we knocked our government down to a sustainable size, we would have very little taxation and started exporting.
Not only do I agree with you, but I'll give you a better example, and that's the state of Alaska.
True.
The state of Alaska not only doesn't charge any income tax, they pay their citizens a yearly fucking stipend. So if you are a citizen of the state of Alaska, you get a dividend from all that oil and all that energy going out of that state. You literally make $1,600 a day or year, your first year, in oil money. I'm not shitting you. Look it up.
Nice. No, I believe it, because they are a mineral rich state, and their population is so low. They make bank for a state. They make serious bank.
But not only do they, but they're citizens. Oh, and if you're a native Indian, you get triple. So white guy gets $1,600. Native Indian gets $5,800.
Nice. And that's cool. I think that's cool.
Good with that. With that. But yeah, that's the way it ought to be. The minerals and the riches coming out of the people's property, the people's land, that extraction, we should be on the capitalizing end of it, not the exploiting end of it.
Right. And let's face it, we can't, like a lot of the extremist lefties, they talk about, we just got to shut it down. What type of idiot thinks we need to shut down all of our advancements, put us back to the Stone Age, because of some science that isn't even actually accurate? They have to fudge the numbers to get to their conclusions. And plus, there's an argument on the other side that opposes it. So they want to shut everything down, put us back to the Stone Age, which would make millions die. I mean, there would be people that just could not survive without our modern technologies. And I don't understand that. Yes, like any civilization, we will expand, we will move on. Someday we won't even have the need for a lot of the fossil fuels, but we got to use what we got to get there, in my opinion.
Dude, you're more generous than I would be, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. But with that said, you answered your question in the first 3 words: idiot. I think your 4th word was idiot. What kind of idiot? Bingo, idiot.
I've had to. That's why and actually, the only reason I came on tonight is to ask you that question, because I was getting pretty nervous about my phone. But I'm in the midst of a bit of a hiatus because I've had to delete a lot of statements, and I was getting close to snapping on people. It's like, quit spreading stupid, It's like, please quit. But yeah, I'm trying to remain my balanced self, and it's not working, so I had to take a hiatus.
Balanced.
Attempting to be.
I'm sorry, you used the word balanced, right?
Yeah.
I never used the word balanced, so I don't know. I'm not familiar with that word. I don't know much about balance. I don't have a lot of balance. I mean, I got a bad, really recurring case of LTS. But, I don't know much about balance. So
So some of them last night when I said that, trust me, it's for the best, because I was getting ready to start getting a little bit vicious. I made the joke about you almost ended up with 2 Dons. So we didn't need that, because I was getting to the point of just telling people what was on my mind instead of trying to go the easy route.
So
to ease them into it.
You know what? The high road is a nice road, and it's got a great view of all those valleys and everything else. It does. It's a nice place. It really is. But it ain't always the best route.
Right.
Okay? The high road is not always the way to go. Sometimes you got to go that low road and just start beating people in the nuts. You get to fucking tell them exactly what the fuck's going on. If they can't get it, then you need to push them off the fucking cliff and move on. I'm serious. I am not joking. So my point here is this: you need to stop really worrying about getting too upset about calling out stupidity.
Right.
Okay? Because frankly, we're not calling out enough stupidity between you and me and the fence post. And it's because of that. That's why we are where we are today.
And it's on both sides.
It's all over. It's pervasive. Okay. And I'm not calling it Republican. I'm not calling it Democrat. I'm calling it stupidity.
Yep.
And we ain't calling it out enough. We ain't calling it stupidity like we should be calling it stupidity. It's not, you know what? It's not racist. It's stupid. You know what? Just because you're black doesn't mean you can't have a stupid idea.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
because you're Latino doesn't mean you can't be a dumbass. Right. And just because I'm white and calling you a dumbass doesn't make me a racist.
Right.
So
it just means you're a dumbass.
It just still means you're a dumbass.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I always tell everybody. Race doesn't bother me. Idiots bother me.
I won't call you a dumbass because you're black, ever. I'll call you a dumbass because you're a dumbass.
Yep.
That's it. I mean, and if you want to call me a dumbass because I'm a dumbass, feel free, please.
Yep.
And let's have that discussion, because I'm willing to have that discussion. Honestly.
Right. One of the biggest things that's been frustrating me lately is so many people. It's like, oh, we got to do something. We got to do something. And I'm not talking protest. I mean, some of them start talking about that we've got to get our guns and go take this. Like, are you an idiot? You really think that?
Whoa. You need to stop hanging out with those people. Okay? Because those people are online talking about getting guns. You need to be off of that server. You need to be away from those people, because there's other people that are watching those people, and you need to be not watched by those people. Do you understand?
No, I got you. And I've been cutting a lot of those people completely out, getting away from them. And we even have a few of them in our group that worry me, that it's like, you got to quit talking like that. For one thing, no, we don't need to do it that way. Our system still works. It works well. And to be honest, like what they're doing in Canada right now, they are peacefully protesting. Yeah, they're shutting it down, but they are peaceful. They're not out there doing silly stuff, trying to take anything over. And they're doing it the right way. They're protesting. That type of stuff, yeah, I support. Some of the extreme insanity that people are talking, no, get away from me with that. I don't want to have any part to do with that.
Correct. Absolutely correct. I agree with that 100%, sir.
Yeah.
So I support that position. But again, the stupid people, I try to separate myself. I have a couple of hard and fast rules about who I associate with. One of them is I don't associate with people that lie. So if I catch people that lie, I simply stop associating with them. I don't need to call them out. I don't need to call them dumbasses. I just don't associate with them anymore.
Yeah.
Period. I'll be civil about it, and if they want to know why, I'll be happy to tell them why. But I just don't.
Yep.
Further, people that talk about armed insurrection, I don't associate with those people.
Yep.
Ever, under any circumstances.
It's just ridiculous. I mean, it's getting back to the lying, my old man told me something that still rings true to me this day. A thief and a liar are the same things, because if somebody lies to you, they're going to steal from you. If they steal from you, they're obviously going to lie to you about it. So it's best to keep yourself away from anybody that lie, and even about little things. I'm not talking about I caught a fish this big. I'm not talking about stuff like that, expounding on it or whatever. I'm talking about blatant lies.
And they're easy to catch. They're easy to catch.
Yep.
So I'm like, I don't associate. I don't.
Nope.
I don't need to make a big stink about it. I don't need to, it ain't a big fuck. I'm not going to get up on a moral high horse. That's not the way it's going to work. Right. But I will not associate with you, and no longer will I trust you with my communications, with my discussions, with anything else in my sphere of influence. I just don't.
Right.
My opinion.
God, I hope they don't. I was just you brought up communications that made me think about my phone. I hope they don't have other numbers that they're going to screw with. Just because I was dumb enough.
It sounds like they may not. It sounds like they may not, because if you've got Huck and Sam and Wiz and others here on your phone, on your contact list, and they haven't been hit, then you may be lucky enough to not have an exploited contact list.
Nice. And I haven't heard anything from, my sisters, I guarantee I would have gotten a what the hell is that, back from them. They, that something like that wouldn't have gone past them without like, what the heck?
Well, if you're lucky, it's isolated to something that's currently on your phone, and it's something you can, for lack of a better term, you can get rid of with penicillin.
Yep. Well, and this one, I can't remember the name of it now. I don't know. It's still running a cleaning thing. It did it did a test and then went on to some other thing it's doing. It came up with red, and I saw one, and then I didn't see anything after that, and then it started doing its own thing.
Lookout's got a pretty good setup. They dive pretty deep on their initial scan. They'll get rid of a lot of shit.
And then it just proceeds on its own, I presume. Was that the first? That was the first one you told me. So this would be Lookout.
Lookout is the first one. It was one of the early adopters, and yes, it proceeds on its own.
Okay, that explains.
You probably go through 2 or 3 reboots.
Yeah, it's restarted my phone once, and it's in the midst of doing something again. Now, hopefully that'll take care of it, because that sucks, especially when it's like 2 or 3 in the morning and your phone just blows up with like 15 to 20 messages from different numbers, just silly stuff. And everyone's a link.
Well, I hope so. I mean, I hope this fixes it for you. I don't know that it will, but I hope.
Yeah. So if not, if it's on the phone, I'll just get a different phone.
So let me ask you another security question. I couldn't help but overhear recently where you drive all of your traffic through a VPN. Is that correct?
Yes. But I don't have the modem VPN. I just have it on the laptops and the phone and stuff. I don't have one of them that's in the modem. I didn't even know one of those existed until recently, actually.
So you have a software client VPN on the phone and a client VPN on, say, your desktop for Windows. Is that correct?
Yep. Yep.
Can I ask whose brand it is?
The one is Nord on my laptop.
Okay.
The phone is a free download. I don't know what it is.
So then let me ask a series of questions.
Okay.
First, do you know of or have you ran into a bandwidth limitation on your VPNs?
No, I haven't. I don't know of, and I haven't run into anything that made me aware of it anyways.
Is your current traffic driving through VPNs? In other words, are we talking through VPNs?
On this one's got nothing. This is just an old phone that I have with nothing on it that I use to do chats and stuff.
Okay. Have you ever done a video chat through VPN?
No.
Okay.
And this phone's small enough to where it won't let me do the put Vaughn on it, as all I've got is Twitch and YouTube and a couple of small other things. And my other phone, if I try to go through Vaughn, it won't let me go on because it says I need to turn off my VPN. And as soon as it brought that up, then I just got rid of Vaughn.
Yeah, there are a few places that don't like VPNs. Frag, I'm just trying to understand what other people's security situations are. And Singh mentioned a few things about his recently, and so I'm trying to understand a little deeper what some of his security protocols are. Maybe I might be able to.
Oh, I got you. And see, to
service some of those a little better, or to understand some of those a little better.
I've got friends that are really good at this stuff. And I wasn't lying when I said I know very little about this type of stuff. I always have everybody else put it on for me. I have everybody else do anything that I need to do to it. Yeah. Okay. And like with the phone, I even called Clint up, and he had no idea how to really stop or get those numbers under control again. So that's why I shot in the dark, which hopefully this takes care of it. I appreciate it very much because
it may not. It may not. I'm hopeful, but it may. We may have to go somewhere else and do something else for you, sir.
Okay. I
But
know it made me real nervous when he couldn't right off the bat tell me. He said he'd check into it, but couldn't right off, because usually with him right off the bat, he'll tell me, oh, you got to do this, this, and this. And then, or I'll just bring it to him and he'll do something, clean it out. Like like if I run into a problem with my computer, he'll hook my computer up to his computer, and he's got all these things in his computer where he can bypass if there's something wrong with it. And I don't know what all that is, but he doesn't get affected by something.
So I have to 100% agree with you. If you've got your own security guy that does his own thing, then you need to lean on him first. Guaranteed. 100%. What he says is gospel, because he knows more about it than all of us put together.
Well, I mean,
with that said, I'm
just
reacting. I'm just doing standard shit that, may or may not be helpful straight off the cuff. Trying to do what, and that's kind of why I ask deeper questions, is because I know how I'm doing my thing, but I don't understand how other people do their thing. And so if I can figure out, for instance, how you best use your VPNs, or how you may have been compromised, or whether or not you really need an antivirus on your phone, or if you have an antivirus, if I can figure out those things, maybe I can help you out a little more with a service, a product, a something that might be able to help you out. That's all I'm thinking. Okay. And now I'm rambling.
No, I appreciate it. I'm actually going to go grab a water real quick. I live in town, so I drink bottled water. I will be right back.
Roger that. I will be right here. Does anybody want to join us? Hello, all you lurky loos out in lurky loo land. This is your Uncle Don coming to you from the big radio, the big internet radio thing in the sky on Discord. Yeah, what Frag said. Let me see. You know what? We do have a Discord server. The game on Discord, I do not know what the address of it is, but I'm sure there is someone qualified in our chat that can tell me what the address of the game Discord server is somewhere. So let's see, what time is it? It's 10:49. So unless something exciting happens between now and 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to go ahead and close the chat down at around 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is what? 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But in the interim,
Okay, I'm back. I had a dog that decided it needed out real quick, too.
You had a dog what?
Decided it needed to go out real quick. So I had to take the doggy door out so it could go out.
Mine do that every once in a while. So in your absence, I have decided that if nothing exciting happens between now and 11 o'clock, I think I'm going to go ahead and close it down at around 11 o'clock.
Sounds good to me.
That means that we can have another bowl en fuego. And let's see. That's about it.
I'm actually multitasking anyways, still working on a couple flat floors for concrete, a driveway, and then some sidewalk work. Doing up the bid, trying to figure out how much cement I'll need.
So mine has been water. My latest calculations have been water. How much I can take, how much it's going to take to fill a pond, a pool.
Nice.
Did you know that the state of Nevada gives me 1,800 gallons a day?
Holy crap.
Did you know that it takes approximately 30,000 gallons to fill a pool?
Oh, crap.
Did you know that I can, using my 1,800 gallons a day, it'll take me about 17 days to fill a pool using my standard water allotment?
Yes.
I think that's good. I think that's wonderful. I'm learning about my water rights as a homeowner in the state of Nevada.
Okay.
Apparently I have more rights than I knew. So,
And that is a lot of water. If you wanted to fill it quicker, you could always have it hauled in too. They'll come in one of the stainless steel
we see
tankers.
that's the thing. The state says that I can take 1,800 gallons per day eternity. So I don't have to regulate myself to 18 days or 16 days or even 10 days. I could fill it tomorrow if I have a pump that will flow that water, that much water into a pool or a pond. Do you know anything about building a pond?
Ponds?
Yeah, ponds.
Like with the waterfalls and everything, or?
I don't need waterfalls and everything. I just need a pond.
Oh, yeah. What you mean, like what type of liner and stuff you want, or what?
I don't even know. Tell me about liners. Tell me what I need to know.
Are you gonna have your pets in it? Dog swimming in it?
Yes.
I'd say you'd want at least a 45 to 60 mil liner. It's going to be a little thicker to where their claws won't damage it as much. And you're going to want to taper it to where they get out. You're going to want to have a sand base on it to where they're not getting direct contact. You know, if they do, it's going to be limited anyways. So
put more dirt on it where they're going to be on it.
Sand, some light peat gravel, something like that. Yeah.
Or even grass if I can get away with it. Okay, gotcha. Track it. Go ahead.
And that I would go, because no matter what, sooner or later they'll contact that. And like if you do a 30 mil, their claws are going to go through it fairly easily. But if you do a 45, I would even say 60 mil, go with one of those big old thick, liners. And they've got more than that too.
Yeah.
How big are you wanting to make it?
I don't know. I was thinking somewhere along the lines of maybe 35 by 35.
Okay. Are you wanting to rock like the sides of it to give a ledge look, or?
I would like to walk the sides of it. I would like to maybe grow some grass around it.
Okay.
By the pond, I'm trying to do a couple of things. First, I'm trying to get the dogs wet, so a place where they can go to get wet.
Right.
Second, it wouldn't break my heart to have some waterfowl there, although I'm probably not going to buy some and install them. But I would install reeds or any other kind of vegetation that would be advantageous. And I'm going to park it in front of the RV. So I want it to look somewhat, I don't know, I'm trying to get a recreational look there, a park look. Do you understand where I'm going with that?
Yep. I know one of the more reliable shapes for making it look natural is like a kidney bean shape, to be honest.
Yeah.
Make it look more natural.
Yeah.
Or oblong, or, you know, even an oblong kidney bean. One small end, one bigger end type of thing. And I know
it ain't got to be. Yeah, it ain't got to be symmetrical in any way. I agree. Yes, sir.
Anytime we've done it, we go out and get the marker paint. And I've never done one that big, but I've done some in some backyards and stuff, waterfalls and whatnot. But we'll just go grab the marker paint and then get the homeowner there, and then just kind of start playing around with marking it out with it. And then so you can stand back, kind of take a look with the, you know, bright green, bright orange, bright pink, whatever color of marking paint you got that just shoots out in the stream down. You just draw it out basically, and then you can kind of get a look at it and then go from digging out there. And you'll want also it to taper part way back up. There's a lot of YouTube videos on it too that would help you out. That you want it to taper back under the rock and then up the backside of it a little bit, but not all the way to the surface with your liner. So, because you're going to want that liner behind it, so it's not soaking through the rock, but you're not going to want to cover your rock. So you got to go back in a bit, then up, and then kind of give yourself a ledge to put that rock on. But you're going to run that rock also with a top plate that's tying into the soil, so you don't have it just trying to tip over in. If that makes any sense.
You lost me right around the whole top plate with the soil. But I understood that. But right after that, my understanding fell off a cliff.
Oh, sometimes
you also bumped me with there should be a shit ton of YouTube videos on that. So that was a data point that I didn't realize that I'm going to have to go back and explore. Go ahead.
Yeah. There's a company from Colorado here, even from the Front Range, that does YouTube videos, and they helped me out watching them to do a waterfall once, because I'd never done up until 4 years ago. I'd never done anything with a waterfall, so I didn't know how to, you know, manage it, what type of pumps, and they'll go through with you on some of those YouTube videos, different series of pumps depending on how much flow you want, and you're going to want to filter that no matter what. So you're going to want some type of circulatory system in it, whether it's a sprayer nozzle in the middle that's just kind of aerating it naturally with just, you know, spraying it up into a mist and then coming back down into the pond, or you're going to want like a waterfall. But through each of these, there will be like basically it's a big old chunk of foam, or else it's a bunch of sand, and it screens out a lot of the nasties that you don't want in there, unless you're going to put fish in there. Then just put a couple bottom feeding carp in it, and they'll clean a lot of that up for you.
Wouldn't break my heart to have some bottom feeding carp in there. It really wouldn't. Nice. And it also, the additive sprayer, I kind of assumed that, but thank you very much for reminding me of that.
Yeah. And even with the fish, you'll want that sprayer at least just to aerate the water. It's kind of like a bubbler in an aquarium.
Yep. Got to push the air through the water. Yep. I get it. Plus, you know what? I could actually throw some light on that, because I'm going to run some electricity. I could throw some lighting on that. That would be actually pretty cool.
Nice. There was one really neat one, and I didn't do it. I just poured the sidewalk. But these people it was like there was like two benches that almost faced each other, but it had a portico over it, and they had power going to it. You didn't see it. It was all underground power, and in the sides of these benches, and it's all like one big thing that's built that they were going to set on one of the pads I was pouring. And God, if I remember right, it was like an 8 by 12 foot pad that I was pouring for it. So it was 8 foot wide benches with a big space in between them, and then a big covered area that was built in with it. And they had like USB ports in this thing that would have been wired in where you wouldn't be able to have seen it. They had internet access. They had all sorts of stuff just built into this little covered wooden structure with benches in it. It was pretty neat.
Hey, excuse me for 2 shakes. I'll be right back.
Right on. Sounds good. Your sprayer nozzle slipping. That I went go up a cliff. Hey, Shadow. Hey, slipping, by the way. We're actually going to be shutting down here pretty soon. I'm in the midst of working on a few bids, trying to figure out some things on my own too, because I think I may have finally found some land. 7.63 acres, which will be more than plenty of what I no well on it yet though, so I'm gonna have to pay the 20 grand to get a well put in. Kind of pricey around here to have wells put in. Between all the filing and everything to get the permit and everything, it's a little crazy. I think it's only like 12,000 for the actual well, but you're with everything, you're looking at upwards of $20,000. This is what I was told. Pretty much plan on the 20,000 for a well. Nope. Welcome back, Don. Out of curiosity, how much did your well cost you there?
$14,700.
Okay. They told me with everything, expect around 20. But I think if I remember right, the well was like 12 or 15 or somewhere around there. So
they told me the same thing.
Okay.
Well, they told me the same thing. They told me expect about 20 when I started. And then when I got my estimate, it was 14, no more than 15. And they were very, very close in their estimate. And apparently they're really good at getting their estimate.
Nice.
So, yeah. Thank you, Slip and Clip. It's just a little something we're toying with on the avatar there. Mr. Deplorable. But yeah, and let's see. That was just the well. That did not include the septic tank.
Yeah, and the septic tank, I put those in before, so all I'll have to do there is buy the tank itself. Decide how big of one I'm going to need by itself. I think I'll probably go plastic instead of concrete. I think
mine was plastic.
Is it? Yeah. I know that's the most common type now. Most people go for plastic.
I only know concrete. And, I'm not an expert at it, but I know of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And really, the concrete is just a series of rings they put in the ground. And from what I understand, sometimes you can get chunks of concrete and that'll break off after time. And the people that come out to clean it out are not generally happy about that when they suck a little chunk up through their machine. So,
no. Honey dippers, I believe is what they're called, are not generally a pleasant class of people. Just saying. Been my experience. Now I'm not hating on honey dippers, don't get me wrong. But it's just Mr. Anger issues here. But I make honey dippers look good, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I got to thinking about that. It's like, if I was pumping out somebody's crap and I had to break down my machine to clean it all out and fix it, I'd probably be upset too.
Well, let me give you some idea. I had one of those macerating toilets. Or no, I have. I have a macerating toilet in my RV. And when those go, they don't go gently, clean. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yep, I got you.
Shit everywhere. And it's not pretty. Because it's not pretty, and even if you have the problem today and you don't wait a month, a week, a year, even if you have the problem today and you take it to the RV guy tomorrow, it is still a messy problem. And because it is so messy, that makes it sound so expensive. And the simple fact is, you can replace that with a brand new macerating toilet for $2,100. You can take that off, take my old one off, clean it, repair it for $2,100. That's the cost. So I took my old one off, cleaned it, repaired it for $2,100, $2,100 to take my shitter off.
That's basically, it sounds bad, but that's basically like an inline blender or disposal, right? That just grinds everything.
Macerator is a very kind way of saying shit pump. Because that's what it does.
Right.
I have a macerator on my RV. Macerating pump. It's portable. So I pop it in there, right? Turn it, lock it, and then I connect. Literally, I connect a half-inch garden hose to it and use that to pipe the pureed poop anywhere from 5 to 500 feet.
Nice.
Popping shit fresh. That's funny. But anyway, I mean, and it's as long as it goes well, it's a very convenient way to work, way to get rid of your shit. It really is.
Right.
But when it doesn't go well, you do not want to be there.
I know. I even looked up at one time the cost of like the incineration ones that have the incineration tank behind it. And now, even if you take away the cost of the unit, which is ridiculous for those incinerators, the energy consumption of those things is insane. I could not believe it. I was like, no, I'll just do a septic and have it cleaned out once a year.
But you got to get that shit so hot to incinerate it. I mean, it's got to go to like 10,000 degrees to get it to really burn it.
Yep.
That's why the energy requirement is so high, is because you've got to get it so hot. Anyway.
I was looking on this one website, and people that had gotten some of them and everything said they switched right back after the first $500 natural gas bill they got for the month of incineration. It's like, holy crap, no way. You know, that might have been an extreme or whatever. The guy may have been, but even just the thought of an extra $100 a month for, you know, running that or something. No way.
I just filled my 250-gallon tank with propane for $559.
Nice.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Well, see, I want to do propane because there's times with this natural gas that it just does not make any sense. They'll do a hike out of nowhere. And at least with propane, you can see what's going in, what you're using, you know how much it is when you buy it. You just don't get this, oh, hey, we bumped it, 10% this month.
Well, I like propane or natural gas, both. Honestly, I do. Propane has a more consistent pricing structure around it versus natural gas. Propane is a catalyst of oil versus natural, which is not. But all of that said, I like those two for energy because they store a long, long time.
And
they have a very high BTU point.
Right. And I like natural gas because you don't have to worry about, we've got natural gas pipes everywhere around here. Everybody's hooked up to natural gas, even out in the country. Everybody's hooked up to natural gas. If you do propane, it's by choice. And I like the idea of the ease of it. Constantly have a supply. But like here during the winter, our price goes up. When you're going to be, every time you're going to be using more of it, the price goes up of it per metric, whatever they use.
That's why you need a bigger tank.
And see, that's why I want to do propane though, because like you say, it's more stable.
Price is still more stable. You're absolutely right. Oh, and cooking with gas, slip and clip, man, I think you know what I'm talking about. But my wife, she won't ever not cook with gas. Gas is the only way to cook anymore. She fucking loves it. Gas is consistently the best way to cook. But I got propane and it's working for me. Okay. I like propane. Couple reasons, like I said, price stability, and the ability to store it for long term. So, I mean, I got a 250-gallon tank in the back. I can call AmeriGas. I can call Shoshone Propane. I can call 2 other local propane guys and have a bobtail out here tomorrow with 250 gallons of fresh propane at a decent price.
Yep.
And that is a fairly consistent, even in hard times, I can still get a bobtail out here on short notice. So
you were talking about gas cooktops. There's a funny story and legit story. I bought my mom a really nice fancy convection oven, had the glass top on it and everything. And she had gas. Well, she also on her place, she has the gas hookup and the electric plug-in hookup. So I got her that electric one. And the next time I went over there, within a few days, she had got my nephews to go to the storage unit, get her old gas stove, put it back in, and put that electric one in the storage unit. So it sat there for a couple of weeks, and then one of my sisters used it.
Dude, everybody that ever cooks with gas always cooks with gas. You'll never go. All the pros cook with gas. Everybody that's worth a fuck cooks with gas. My wife cooks with gas. So if my wife says that's the way it is, then that's the way it is. Gas is the way to go. So I'm getting her good, we're getting high appliances and she's able to do whatever she wants to do with it, which makes me a very happy guy. So that is all good.
I hate to run on you, but I might have to crash here pretty soon.
All righty, dude. Well, let's go ahead and close it all down, and we'll save it all for tomorrow night. Then we'll try it again. How about that?
Did you want to do another fire in the bowl before we go for the 15 that are lurking?
Didn't we just? Okay. Well, I tell you what. Let's do a little shout out. I'll let the lurky lose the lurky lurks at least. What's the word I'm looking for? Represent.
There we go.
So all you lurky loos, tell us you're out there. We'll fire in the bowl real quick for the last time. Call it a night, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Fire in the bizzall. Brought to you by the big guy over here. Yeah, the big guy. And that other guy up there. See if I can point to him. There, he's right up there in the corner. Hold on. I think I can do this. Watch this. Yeah. And this guy. Yep. Me. Fresh Bolski. In Fuego de Bolo. Light him up. Smoke him if you got him. I should not be smoking. Tomorrow is a school day. So I need to go to work tomorrow. I should open my laptop right now, but I won't. But I should. But I won't. But I should.
Tomorrow's supposed to get up to 50 here, so I'll be out early.
Yeah. It was beautiful here. Absolutely.
I think this whole week we're supposed to be up close to 50, if not up and over 50.
Wasn't the East Coast supposed to get a whole shit ton of shit weather?
I know east of us, like northeast up by the Great Lakes, they're supposed to get nailed with a massive cold front, a lot of moisture.
Okay. Nah, there was, I guess, last week or something. Recently, there was a blizzard that went through the Northeast, up the East Coast, but it's gone now.
Nice.
Oh, well. I'm just glad I don't live there anymore. Poor
We're like in this little belt area that's getting an unusually warm winter compared to what we're used to. But everybody else is seeing lows.
All righty, guys. Let's go ahead and call it an evening, and we'll do this again tomorrow evening. How about that?
Have a good one, guys.
Take care, everybody.
Take care.
See you guys.